Hey everyone, how y'all doing today? Okay, so I just want to say that I actually put the wrong date going live. So actually, it's meant to happen today on a Sunday, um, the second. Okay, and I put the ninth. I'll probably still go live on that date as well, but anyways, we'll correct that. So in the meantime. Um, I'll just wait for a couple of people to come in before I get into the talk that I want to have to, say for today. Um, but before I start with anything, first of all, I'd just like to say to each and every one of you, peace and blessings. And I wish you the best in all areas of your life, and as well as, you know, let's try to live the best life that you can live possible. All right. So, whether you believe in God, you believe in Allah, you believe in the universe or some sort of higher being, or even if you're an atheist and you still can think things can happen, then I encourage you, to reach out to that higher self in you, you know, to be able to say, okay, how can I go further than where I'm at? Or what is it can I do that can be better than yesterday that I could do today? Right. So in the meantime, just allow me to just fix a couple of things. And then, like I said, I'll get into the things that I want to talk about and all that stuff. Right. Um, anyways, right. So I will try to wait for a few people to come in before we get started, and then we could take it from there. Um, all right. So yeah, there we go. We have that. Um, right. So if there's anybody in the building, please make your presence known. Let me know you're here. I'd appreciate it. And as well as smash that like button. Okay, smash that like button for the algorithm, obviously. And like I said, before I get into the talk, I'm just gonna give a couple minutes. So those of you that are coming into my live stream, once again, welcome, 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 welcome. Yes. So yes. Um, all right, just gonna make a couple adjustments here. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Mm. So once again, oh, I have to say this. Thank you to those of you who have bought me a coffee. It is much appreciated, and it's going to help me towards my goal. Uh, which my goal is to raise 4K, so that I can start over in life and just be able to make the kind of content that also, that I could show you that you don't have to stay in the same place, and as well as make the kind of content that I can show you that, you know, there is a much better life to live out there in this world. And sometimes the life that you can live that is better might not be in your own backyard. It could be somewhere else, But the only way to find that out is you have to go outside of the box, and find out what's out there and to see, okay, if this is something you can live with, if there's something that you could see yourself saying, man, this is me. This is what would make me happy. This is what would make me live my life the best way possible. You know what I mean? And it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. Um, but even if you're happy where you're at, you know, again, I encourage you, live your live your best life. Seriously, just live your best life. Anyways, um, I'm drinking some tea. Um, Although I could drink coffee, but I didn't feel like drinking coffee. I just wanted some tea. So just want to say cheers to everybody. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Cheers to you, Doris. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on in your world? Peace and blessings to you. Yes, yes, yes. Don't be shy. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Let's have a talk on a Sunday. I'm just going to share a couple of thoughts with you today, and we could talk about it. Maybe I might just drop the link for you to come up and we can talk live. Maybe I'll think about it. But in the meantime, in the green time, we're just going to sip this tea. I'm just going to, you know, give you my thoughts for today. Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, but speaking of, like I said, if those of you that would like to help contribute to my journey in leaving London and starting over, the link to buy me a coffee is pinned to the top of the comments. So please, I encourage you to do so, and it'll definitely help me in my journey. So, all right. So let me just take one more sip. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just do this. Man, this is another reason why I need to get out of here because um, the cold is just not, I don't do well with the cold. And it really, really messes up my sinuses. But, you know, I'm dealing with it and it is what it is. Excuse me a second. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Right. So today's title obviously is People Will Be People. So let me go ahead and share my thoughts on why I put that title. So within the past week, I've had a I've had some interesting comments, right? And as well as myself and Chat Jane. Speaking of Chat Jane, I encourage you all to go to her channel and definitely go subscribe, like, go watch the videos, check out her vibe and all that stuff. Anyways, so her and I and another guy, and you know, we were having a discussion about how people are and life and things like that, right? And so what I wanted to say to y'all is this is sometimes you're going to come across people that they just can't help themselves, right? But that does not mean that these same people are not subject to change. And that's what I wanted to also talk to you all about. But first things first. Well, why do I say people are going to be people? Because everybody has their own thoughts, characteristics, things like that. The question really becomes, can you accept them for the way they are, right? Um, and sometimes people have a way of showing up in a way that you never would have thought that, man, they could have done that, or they could have said that, or they could have thought that. And in some cases, um, it's surprising. In some cases, it sucks. And in some cases, it's actually a great thing that, you know, they feel that they feel the way that they do towards you. Um, and but in the grand scheme of it, you know, if you can accept that this is just how they showed up at that time and at that moment, then for you, you know, you don't tend to take it as harsh per se, because you just look at it like, okay, if that's the way you are, then what can I do about it? You don't have to like it, but at least you could say, well, now I see how you are. And it just means that I just have to deal with you differently. You know, it doesn't mean you got to cut them off, but at the same time, if you feel you need to cut them off, then cut them off. You know what I mean? You have to make that decision as to what you feel is best for you and what you can live with, what your morals and what your standards and what your values are, and who's in alignment with that and who's not in alignment with that. And those that, are not in alignment with that, they don't get to benefit, and sometimes even with family, sometimes, um, they're not, the ones that you get to say, well, they're the exception. Sometimes you got to cut off family too. You know what I'm saying? Because there comes a point when you have to realize that your peace of mind is that much more important. I mean, seriously, it really is that much more important, because holding on to bitter anger, you know, it's going to eat away at you mentally and physically. And the more you hold on to it, the worse it gets. And there comes a point when you have to say, enough is enough. And when you get to that point and you realize, okay, let's go for a peaceful life, you tend to drop all of that. And you say, you know what? Let me just accept the fact that it is what it is. But let me find something peaceful in myself that I could say I could carry on in a way where it's in my favor, it's in my benefit. Okay. So, people are going to be people. Mm. This English breakfast is really, really good. So, I'm at this place called Coffee Island, UK. Um, I really, really dig this place. It's very cool. Um, you know, nice area. The people are really cool here, and especially um, the way that they serve the coffee and the like they'll have like breakfast stuff or just pastries. They give it to you in a really nice platter present. It's really nice. It's really nice. And actually the portion is really good, considering how much you're paying. Like, man, so shout out to Coffee Island. No, I'm not sponsored, but anyways, just wanted to get that quick shout out because I like this place, and it's a very, very cool place to be at. But anyways, um, so that's that. Okay. Um, the other thing I wanted to mention is is sometimes there are people who they they say things without thinking about what they're saying and how that affects not only them, but it affects the other person, you know. And so, speaking of, I'm gonna do a video talking about that. So y'all look out for that. It'll either come out tomorrow or the next day, but I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow because I have some specific thoughts that I want to address as far as that's concerned. All right. Um, but the bottom line I'm trying to say here is that sometimes when you think, for example, you're trying to, let's say, you're trying to troll somebody, right? Let's put it this way, right? And even though, let's just say you're doing it out of being malicious and things like that, but little do you know, the person that you're trolling could be going through something and it could drive them over the edge. And because of your trolling, it was your influence of trolling, believe it or not, that pushed them to the edge. And because it pushed them to the edge, you know, it put them in a position that they just were not feeling like that's what I needed at that point, you know? And because of that, you're thinking, oh, well, I'm just gonna, I just want to be funny, or I'm just trying to, be controversial, or but the thing is, you're not considering the person on the other end because they might not find it funny, or they might not get the whole trolling, or they might not be in the mood for it. And you don't know the effects that could cause. You just don't know. Or it could be that you could be making things a lot worse for yourself. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to do a dedicated video talking about that. Um, but again, people will be people. But also, I will say this, that it's funny how when I was having this discussion with Chat Jane, right, and a few others, and we were talking about certain values and things like that, right? But I also said, well, just because you meet someone who you like and you're in alignment with, it doesn't mean that they're going to stay that way forever, because they're subject to change. And a good example of that is the following. Like, I'm single right now, and my ex-girlfriend is the one who broke it off. And so the example I'm using from that is simply that just when I thought she was committed, she was loyal, and it turns out that she wants to break it up, well, it shows you that she was subject to change in feeling like, well, I don't feel the same way like I used to. You know what I'm saying? And that's because for her, something changed. You know, even though she said what she said in terms of being committed and this and that and the third, but in the grand scheme of it, he felt like after some time, either A, something was missing, B, something made her feel like I can't, be committed in the way that I thought I said I would, or it could be influence, it could be anything. The point is, she decided she didn't want to be with me anymore. And regardless of that fact, she changed her mind, right? And the fact that she changed her mind is why I'm showing you that people are subject to change. You know, um, there are some things or certain characteristics in people that do remain the same because it's kind of like saying they're just stuck in their ways, kind of thing. But even with them being stuck in their ways, there can be slight adjustments. But anyways, but that's just an example of what I'm talking about by saying people will be people, but that doesn't mean that just because people are people, um, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to like, accept, whatever. You have a choice. But I'm just trying to say that at least you could say, okay, is this someone that I want to be in alignment with, even if they have their flaws, and it's something that you could live with, and yeah, you're good with that, right? Have at it. But if it's someone that their ways, their values, and whatever, it's not in alignment with who you are as a person or something that you could live with, then they don't get to stick around in your life. That's the simple answer. And so the easiest way to uh, approach a situation like that is to just say, people are going to be people, rather than get mad about it. No, just be like, hey, this is how you are. All right, cool. I can make the choice. And that's, the bottom line of my title. People are going to be people. Okay. So if you guys and gals have any thoughts, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Um, Maybe I might drop the link. If you want to come on and you want to have a talk, we can have a talk. Um, right now, I see there's about 9 of you. So I humbly ask for y'all to go ahead and smash that like button. Okay. So if we can just get like 5 people to smash that like button, that would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay? Just 5 of y'all. Just smash that like button. Okay? Just for me. Just for me. Just do it for me. That's all I ask. Just 5 people. I see that there's 8 of you in the room. Just 5 of you smash that like button. Boom. Just like that. Mm, that's all you gotta do. Smash that like button. That's all you got. Smash that like button. That's all you gotta do. Right? So if you could do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. It costs you nothing to do so. You know, um, that's all I can ask. So, how's everybody's Sunday? Tell me what's going on in your life. Don't be shy. Come on in, say something. Um, always good to have a measured and good talk with people. Definitely. All right. So right now I'm at a coffee shop. I'm not having coffee, but I'm having some English breakfast tea, and it's just a Sunday. And once again, peace and blessings to everybody that's watching this live stream. I hope your Sunday is filled with blessings. I hope your Sunday gives you the feeling that you want to feel like it's very positive. Even if you're relaxing, you know, make the most of it. Um, you know, things like that. So, cheers to life. Mm. Oh, this is so good. Mm. Let me tell y'all, there is nothing like when there's nothing like the feeling of having a drink or something, that that just gives you that nice feeling, or just that feeling like, ah, this is so good. You know what I mean? Yes. Never take the knee. Are you in the hostel? No, 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 no. I'm at a coffee shop, but yeah, but I'm still staying at a hostel. So yeah. So tell me about you. Never take the knee. Tell me about you. Mm. By the way, never take the knee. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my live stream. If you have any thoughts, leave it in the comments. You know, and let's talk. Let's talk. Mm. You're a big Trump fan, okay? And um, let's see, spreading patriotism on these streets, okay? And so, how do you feel being a Trump fan has benefited you? Mm. Oh man, TMI salute, peace and blessings, brother. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, man? Man, please, y'all go subscribe to this brother if you get a chance. All right. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the link to his channel so y'all go check him out. All right. Uh, let's get his channel. Yeah, that's a good brother right there. Yeah, that's a good brother. He's living his best life. He's living his best life, man. And I dig it. I dig it. You know, he's just very straight up with what he does and why he does it. But it's all good, man. All right, so there's the link to his channel. Y'all go check him out when you get a chance. Subscribe, like that button on his videos, watch his videos, leave a comment, all that good stuff. All right. So, all right. So, what are we talking about? Never take that knee says from the UK, not much yet. We want Starmer out. So I take it you live in the UK? Is that the case? I I mean, okay. Von Bryant. Yes, sir. Peace and oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. Peace and blessings to you. Yes, thank you very much, sir. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing? Yes, indeed. Team Emu says we we do want Starmer out. Okay. Um, TMI is asking how the Thailand. It's going slow, bro. But regardless, I believe that my mission will happen. I believe that. I really, really, really believe that. And because of that, that's why I'm not giving up. That's why I haven't lost a thought or anything of that nature. Okay. Anyways, Chat Jane is in the house. Swaddy Cap, Swaddy Cap, Swaddy Cap. Okay, matter of fact, let me drop the link to her channel. All right, so y'all go check her out. Okay, here we go. Chat Jane. All right, oh, here we go. Chat Jane. All right, definitely go check her out. All right, there it is. Y'all go subscribe. Y'all like and definitely watch the videos. All right. And for you guys out there, be respectful because she is the clap. Oh my God, she is the clapback queen. So if y'all don't want that smoke, I'm telling you, I'm just warning you. But anyways, oh my God, man. Yes, indeed. Right. So never take the knee says, are you Barry's student? I'm a student of God. I'm not a student of nobody. Okay? No, no. What I do on my platform, what I do on my channel, this is me you come to see. What Barry does, that's Barry. Um, you know, me and Barry have no issues. Um, Barry has a way of doing his channel, and I have my way of doing my channel, which is two totally different people, two totally different approaches. But in the grand scheme of it, we're good with each other, and that's the bottom line. Team Emu. I hope I said this. He says keep. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yes, indeed. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Okay. And if you guys would like to buy me coffee, okay, buy me a coffee. All right. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. All right. You'll see it. All right. If you'd like to do so, which will help me towards my goal of basically getting out of here. Okay. I really, really could use the help. And I humbly ask that the more people that I can get to help me to get to that goal, okay, this would make a huge difference in my life. Okay. It would be something where I can start over. I can, show you the kind of content, that I would like to show you. Um, and also, it'll put me in a position where you could see a much more happier person. You can see a lot more different sides of me in as well. But even though, I could probably do that here, but I'm just going to be honest in saying, um, London, is only good for making the money. But apart from that, there isn't too much that really inspires me here. Um, and that's why I haven't really done too much. So that's the only thing I could say about that. Rolling the after. What's going on, brother? Hey, peace and love. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, this is another cool brother. We we stay in touch. We stay in touch, and we, we we have some cool exchanges with each other. Yes, indeed. What is TMI saying? You should do 2 videos a day for the next 30 days. Yeah, well, how can I put this? Probably. Yeah, probably. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you how I feel about that one. Like I give example. Around December when I was trying to do daily videos, okay. Um, it was cool, but even though it was a little bit difficult because of, you know, given that I was in and out of different places and trying to take care of business, and it was, excuse me, it was kind of difficult. And then especially if you're staying in hostels, um it's kind of difficult to film because you don't want to compromise people's privacy, and things like that. Also, um, when you're in a hostile situation, sometimes you don't all it's the setup is not always easy where you can go in like a corner and just kind of film yourself, and it's okay, like sometimes it's set up where there's people in and out, in and out, in and out, and it's. I guess I could take the chance, but um, yeah, it's a little too distracting for me, honestly, because you'll like, let's say you'll have someone who's walking by, and just when you're doing this video, and then they want to say something, and then you got to stop to you know acknowledge them. And so for every time that's happening, you know it's disturbing your flow. um and especially for the kind of videos that I like to do, um it's a bit of a distraction when you put in those positions. So also too, here's what I've noticed from my channel, honestly, is that I notice when I spread it out, where it's like a video, I give it about a day, and then I put another video, give it another day, blah 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 blah. My videos tend to do a lot better doing it that way, in terms of the views and it picking up and things like that, versus if I was doing it daily. Now, I probably could do daily and build it, but based on what I've seen so far, the way that I've been working it seems to work best for me. Um, but maybe I might just try and do like a video every day for like a week. Maybe I'll just try that, um, and see how that works. So I mean, what you're saying, yeah, I could do that, but I'll try. I'll try and see how that works. But so far from what I've been doing on this channel, it seems to work the best, right? Um, so that's the best way I can answer that question. What does Chat Jane says? Uh, Chat, she says, every time someone mentioned Barry, I think of Barry White. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Um, Team Emu asks, okay, so he asks, how expensive is a hostel? Is it weekly or nightly rates? It's nightly. Obviously, a hostel is going to be a lot cheaper than it is staying in a hotel, for the simple reason that when you're staying in a hostel, basically you're sharing a bedroom with multiple people. So and it depends, because like you'll have one room where there's four beds. You'll have one room that could have 10 beds. You'll have one room. Matter of fact, if you go to my homeless video, you'll see that I actually showed the hostel that I was staying in, where there was like 19 beds, in one room. Um, so obviously, you'll have like that set up, and then of course they have like a common area, and there's like a bar and things like that, and whatever. And then there's multiple showers, blah 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 blah, things like that. Okay, so that's basically the basic setup with hostels. But I will tell you this. Matter of fact, speaking of, this week I will do a video specifically talking about hostels, my experience with hostels, and even show you some of the hostels that I've stayed in, just so that you guys have a clear idea on what it's like staying in the hostels, the prices, the pros and the cons of it. All right. So y'all look out for that video this week. as far as the hostels are concerned. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Live stream or vlog. Well, my channel is, more so about vlogging than live stream. But I think I'm gonna start doing a live stream because I kind of like how the live stream seems to be going. So I think I'll just do it like once a week. I think that'd be good for me to do once a week. But like I said, the focus really is more so on the vlogs than on the live stream. So, um, but obviously, if I see that the live stream seems to be favorable, then maybe I might pick it up to two live streams out of the week, maybe. But right now, I think one live stream a week is sufficient. And according to my schedule, I think that's the best way moving forward. For now, even though that could be subject to change, maybe TMI can convince me otherwise. Maybe he could bring the numbers over. Who knows? And some of the super chats. By the way, sorry, feel free to super chat if you'd like. You know, of course, your super chats does come to the front of the line. All right. Um, Other than that, if you would like to donate through PayPal, okay, the link is in the description as well as buy me the coffee. The link is in the description and as well as it is pinned to the top of the chat for those of you who just simply like to donate to my channel as as a love offering, as a thanks, or or if you feel like you want to donate in a way to say, hey, could you do this video? But make sure you donate enough for me to cover what you're talking about. Don't just donate some, you know, small amount. Like, come on, like at least donate something that will make it worthwhile. Like, for example, okay, give you an example. Like, let's say you might say, could you do a video going to Cornwall, right? So obviously, if you, let's say, cover the cost of going to Cornwall, and things like that, then yes, that makes sense. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll get that video done. You know what I mean? Oh, no problem. Or you might want to see me do some sort of experience, um, and just kind of show you, what my thought on it is. Or it could be, I don't know, like it could be a museum, it could be a certain type of place. But what I'm saying is, if you want to see me do that type of video, and you want it to be dedicated to you as well, you're more than happy to contribute to my PayPal or buy me a coffee, and provided you have contributed enough, then yeah, it would make sense. All right. So just want to put that out there. All right. So TMI is saying one of your did yeah. Well, um, well, a lot of that had to do with obviously the title and what I was sharing. And obviously, I tell you something, right? Um, it's funny how there was another YouTuber who was saying that they felt like they they didn't feel it was worth putting out certain videos because the numbers didn't seem to make a lot of sense, even though these were present videos. But what I was saying was that that's not exactly true, because I have videos that are old. And sometimes, even with those old videos, they can pick up, simply because somebody might be talking about the very thing that I'm talking about. And because, they're hitting these great numbers, my video gets suggested along with it. And next thing you know, the numbers get picked up because of that. Even though that video is old, but, numbers picked up. So I say this to say that, you know, if you're doing YouTube, just remember every video is subjective, meaning um, there's no telling when that video could pick up. It might do poorly, let's say in the beginning, but you just never know. It could pick up at a different point, you know, simply because of what you're talking about, or simply because something at that time might be trending. And the fact that it's trending, your video is in alignment with that trend, boom, you start to see these numbers and you're like, whoa, but it can happen, Anyways, team union. Yeah, sure. So Nicholas says, let me see. Nicholas says, respect to TMI for and Jane for showing support to Mikey while he's going through a tough time. Shame for the other prominent YouTubers Mikey met, Zunta Tyler, International Zone. No, Nicholas, no, Nicholas. That no. I have to say this. I gotta say this, right? Um, you cannot speak on what you don't know. Just because you don't see it publicly, it doesn't mean it's not happening, right? Um, I'm friends with both So and Richie, and believe it or not, we do stay in touch, and they see what's going on. But again, there are things going on behind the scenes that you don't know. So, respectfully, Nicholas, I would suggest you don't assume on things that you don't know. It's better for you to ask the question, look, have they done so and so and so? Have they, you know what I mean? That's the better way to approach it than to say something that's just, bad assumptions or, and I'm hoping you're not trolling. Please don't do that. I don't tolerate trolling on this channel. I really don't. Um, but nonetheless, if you don't know something, just ask. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. Just ask. Um, but clearly, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Clearly, you don't. All right. Um, Nicholas also says, it's true what they say. You learn who friends are when they're down. Yeah. And um yeah. I mean, it's true. But again, this is the point of my title. People are going to be people, right? And I might not like the actions or the things that has been said while I'm in this position, but I can't let the actions or the things that they have said um, get the best of me to the point where that affects my life in a way where it's taking over. The negativity is taking over. So the best way to approach this is I just have to look at it and say, well, if that's how you feel, then okay. I just have to make a decision on this is how I need to approach you. So this is why I said at the top of my live stream is my peace of mind is more important. And that's why I shoot for that approach. More important, you know? So, yeah. TMI says you should do a 20. Um, hmm. Maybe. Maybe I might. Maybe I might do that. Maybe, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do that as a challenge, just to see um, how I can pull it off in faith, or I can do it as a challenge. You know what? Let me think about that. Or better yet, you know what? I tell you what, bro. Do me a favor. Um, Contact me and let's shoot some ideas. Hmm, that's something to think about. All right. Just contact me on the back end, and let's talk about it. All right, yeah. All right, let's do that. Um, yeah, absolutely. Listen. The thing is this, right? Is it's easy, um, and I've spoken about this before. It's easy to look at someone's video and kind of get a sense of, you kind of know how they are, but really and truly you really don't, unless you've spent time with them, unless you've spoken with them, and you really get the backstory, and as well as you get their true feelings, you really get a sense of who they are when you've experienced it from that end. If you're just going to look at a video and think, well, I know you, you're going to be way off. You're going to be way off, because you only know some or very little. And the very little might not be enough for you to make a full assessment. So, anyways, right. So, Never Take the Knee says, what was it like when your homeless video was blowing up? Um, Honestly, um, I'm grateful. And to be honest, it was very humbling to know that there were people out there who are either in my situation that can relate or whatever, or people who are just saying, man, he's showing you the real deal in terms of what's going on here in this country. Or there are people who, in the comments are saying, man, if only people knew that this is what's really going on. Well, and I'm not saying my story represents the entire of London, but the point is that life can happen. That's the point. You know, Sometimes just when we think, the plan can be this, and sometimes life just throws us a curveball that we have no control over, and we have to make adjustments. And not only that, sometimes we're put in a position where with the adjustments, it's not always as easy as just thinking, well, if you do X, Y, and Z, that will solve your problem. It's not that simple. The amount of people that I've spoken to who have tried this or have done this, or the amount of people I've spoken to who, if I told you that they were once homeless and they've told me the backstory, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe that that person that who you're thinking, man, they got their shit together and this and that and the third, they were once homeless. You wouldn't believe it. And as a matter of fact, you wouldn't even believe some of the stuff that they had to go through. And even if you do believe it, at the same time, the things that they had to go through, it would make you stop and think, man, just when I thought life was like this, no, life doesn't always, life is not always a black and white area. There's gray areas. Life is not always going to be go get a job. That's easy to say. Applying for the job is a completely different matter, especially when you have certain things that are not in your favor, or especially when it's just bad timing, or especially when you're in a certain position that it doesn't satisfy the employer's decision on making them feel like you could be a good candidate. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things. And even with a lot of things, you will never know, because guess what? You'll get that, you know, letter that basically, or that email that just basically says, unfortunately, we've decided, it's just your basic standard email that says, this is a nice way of us saying no. And even though we don't owe you the truth of why we say no, but the point is we're saying no. And when you see a lot of those no's, you know, that shows you it's not as simple as it sounds. It's not. And so for those of you who are thinking, it's easy, just do this and this, do this, you can't say that unless you are in that position of the person. If you're not in their position, you will never know how many applicants they got out, how many times they've applied to this and to this and to this and to this. I'll give you an example. Like, I've even applied at a job at a fast food restaurant. I'm not going to say who it is, but what I'm saying is I've applied to 3 of those types, and even I got rejection letters. So for those of you who are saying it's that easy to just go and you'll get a job there, I'm here to prove you wrong, that it's not that simple. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not that simple. Or at least for me, it wasn't that simple, because, this is my story. And the way my story is being outlined at the time and at present moment is I'm not getting the job, And a lot of it, I don't even know the reason why they didn't get the job, because they're not going to tell you. They're just going to give you the basic, this is just a nice way of saying no, right? But I'm not giving up. But in the meantime, I'm not going to sulk. I'm not going to feel like, woe is me. No, it just simply means that, I just have to keep it going until something turns over. Or it could be that something in my life where an opportunity comes up, excuse me, comes up where it could be a great turnaround. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yes. But as far as that homeless video, yeah, I'm extremely proud of that video. And especially with the people who I've seen, like I give you an example, right? Speaking of that video, there was a guy who also lives right here in London. And matter of fact, he was basically living in his caravan, him and his dog, basically. And even he reached out to me. And when I went on his channel, By the way, his name, he changed his name. I'll see if I can find it for you guys. But anyways, um, but when I checked out this guy's channel, even he's going through it. He's going through it, and he's showing it to you practically every day. Every day, you know. Even though he's a small channel, but the point I'm trying to say here is, he's in a situation just like I'm in a situation. But the commonality that he and I both have is that it's not as simple as saying this and this and this and this. No. If only you knew and understand the challenges that he and I are going through, maybe you would have a little bit better empathy, you'd have a little bit better understanding, and maybe the way you see life and how you see us, you wouldn't be so quick to say certain things, rather than you just look at it as, you know what, if this is what you're going through, as long as you don't give up, then you're doing great. As long as you don't give up. But if you're giving up, you know what? I'm going to be there for you because I don't want to see you give up. And that's the bottom line. So, anyways, Trout has, let's see. No. Come on now. That's, come on now. No. I'm not asking everybody to drop 4,000 coffee. Come on. I think you're being. Come on now. I mean, look, if you can afford to drop 4,000 coffees, trust me, the coffees cost you £2. So if you can afford to drop that right now, trust me, I am getting on the next plane out of here, and I am starting my life completely over. All right. And I will big you up. I will do a dedicated video to you, Trout Head. I mean, you'll be the man. So this is why, I explained, previously that the way my approach to my goal is to do what is called reverse engineering by saying, okay, if I can get 2,000 or 3,000 people to just donate £2, then that will help reach the goal that I need in order for me to get the plane ticket, get a place, have monies so that, I can spend on food and just little things. And it'll give me just enough to start over, and as well as make the content and, and all these other variables. It's just enough for me to say, I can get something started, and at least I can, make something happen. That's why I said it the way I said it. But anyways, yeah. Oh my God. Anyways, do you still have my TMI is asking, do you still have you know what? Let me take a look. 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 Let me see. Let's take a look. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. Okay. I just sent you. A message, bro. TMI. I just sent you a message. So, yeah. Like I said, let's connect and let's talk on the back end. All right. I just sent you a message. All right. Uh, oh wow, 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 wow. Let's see. Let's see here. Uh, sorry, I have to do this. I have to do this. Sorry. Um. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! All right. So I'm not going to put the person's full government name. Um. Let's see. I know who this is, by the way. Um. Rolling after it. I just want to say thank you very much for your PayPal. Um. Peace and blessings and love to you. And uh, this will definitely go towards my goal. And yeah, bro, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. Excuse me a second. Ah, oh my God, sorry. Man. Uh, anyways, but yes, yes, yes. Very, very, very much appreciated. Much love to you. Um, right. All right. So let me get back to. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. I believe if you reach out to the whole travel community, they will help you. Um. Yes, and I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Like I said, let's talk on the back end because there's certain things that I don't want to say publicly, and I have good reason, and I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I'm talking about when we talk behind the scenes. All right. Um. Okay. So Gareth is saying. Uh, okay. So Gareth is saying. No, Gareth. Okay, Gareth. You clearly missed the point of what I was saying. Okay. Um, I didn't say anything about it was there was anything wrong with it, but clearly you missed the point of what I'm saying. The point I was trying to say was it's not as simple to apply and just feel like, oh, if I just do this, I'll get this. No, it's not as simple. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying that I didn't apply. I'm just saying it's not as simple as it sounds. That's what I said. All right. So what is Nicholas saying? Um, Mikey seemed like you were well connected to the Thailand genre YouTube community. You should reach out to them and tell them your story. You get more supporters. Um, yeah, yeah, but um, and that's why I was saying there's certain things that I don't want to say publicly because there's certain things that I know. So that's why I choose not to uh, answer that question per se. Um, so if you knew the backstory, then yeah, I think you'd have a better understanding. But but just like with TMI, if I spoke with him, he'd know exactly what I'm talking about, and yeah, because he's also stayed in Pattaya for quite some time, and so he understands certain things and how certain things work and how certain things don't work. So that's why I'm opting to say yes, but I don't want to put certain things on blast. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you for the thought. But definitely thank you for the thought. Yeah, man. Listen, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Cheers to you, man. Mm. Mm. Oh my goodness, yes indeed. Cheers to you, man. Yeah, man. So, all right, let me see what's going on. Gold OG says Trout drop a big one, small. Trout drop a big one from small cage. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to explain. Uh, Gold OG also says, I hate London. You should go live in Stoke in Trent. Okay, well, if you want me to go live, contribute. Contribute. You know, you can do that through PayPal or, uh, you know, if you want to send a super chat or you want to buy me a coffee, go for it. You know, but make sure it's a decent amount so that I can go to Stoke Newington. I'll do the live. I'll do a dedicated video in your name, and I'll get it going. You know, so yeah. Yes, Tiama. Yeah, everybody, please hit that like. Excuse me. Hit that like button. All right. Um, you know, let's see if we can get uh, at least, let's say, 6 likes. That's all I'm asking for. 6 likes. It looks like there's 14 of you in the room. I just want 6 likes from 14 of y'all. That's all I'm asking. 6 people, hit that like. Boom, hit that like button. Hit it. Boom, hit that like button. That's all. I'll be happy. You know? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um, what is the goal saying? Live, not IRL. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you contribute, then I can make it happen. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Just contribute to the cause, and I will make it happen. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. Okay. Just contribute to the cause. Okay. That's all it takes. That's all I'm asking. Contribute to the cause. No problem. You can see 10 likes. Okay. Well, let's get another 6 more likes to that. Okay. Let's make it 18 likes. So if we can get another 6 people, just hit that like button. Great. That's all. That's all you got to do. Free. It costs you nothing. That's it. That's all you got to do. Team Emu. Yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, the more likes, the better. So, for those of you who are now coming into the room, I just want to say peace and blessings. Welcome to my channel. All right, I am Mikey. All right, and you know, I'm just having a Sunday talk, and obviously the title is "People Are Going to Be People." Okay. So that's today's talk. That's today's theme. All right. Maybe I might drop the link for those of you who want to come up and have a discussion. The only thing that I ask is you must cam up. If you can't cam up, I'm sorry, there's no exceptions. That's just the way it is. All right. Anyways, So if anybody's interested in that, let me know, and I'll drop the link. The time round, it's 2:17 in the afternoon. It's 2:17 in the afternoon in London right now. What time is it by you? What time is it by everybody? What time is it? Let me know what time it is in your country or state or wherever you stay. What time is it? Uh, this weather does me in, man. Seriously, it really does. But I'll be okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. All right. Um, it's 10:17 in Dominican Republic. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Not a problem. Cool. Um, cool. So what's going on on your end, TMI? What's going on? Matter of fact, TMI, do you wanna come up and have a live talk? Or you're good where you're at? Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, yes, please, 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 yes. This really, really, really helps, as well as buy me a coffee. Like I said, the link, it's pinned to the top of the chat. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. It's okay. So you're in Milton Keys. Okay. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I've been out there. I've been out there. It was cool. Um, mm, mm. Yeah, I've been out there. Actually, I met this one woman from Milton Keys. Um, she was, very nice woman, but this was like, this like shoot, maybe about uh, 5, 6 years ago when I met her, and very attractive lady, this and that, and the third. But she obviously needed someone who had a little bit more to offer than just, they worked a basic job. They had to have certain things in place and all this other stuff. And even though, one would think, well, why did you want to meet me? And this is how you felt. Well, sometimes with certain women, and this goes, in alignment with what I'm talking about, with people will be people. Sometimes with certain women, it's sort of like saying, even though they already know the answer, but it's sort of like saying, if I can meet this person, even though I already have the answer, and things can at least be cool, or things can turn out to be where we're good buds, or anything of that nature. It's sort of like saying there are just some women that like to keep you in their pocket, as at least that's an option, because the very guy that I'm going for, um, if he's nowhere around, at least I have this guy's attention at my disposal. But the very person that I'm going for, excuse me, the very person that I'm going for, that's who I'm going to give my best energy and my best foot forward to, right? But The person that I have in my pocket, man, I know I could reach out, and I know this person, thinks well of me, blah 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 blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure if I just kind of hinted, well, let's just see each other, they would go for it because they've already expressed their interest in me, right? It's sort of like saying, that's the deal. But again, people will be people. So, team, let's see what he said. You married her? Hey, well, guess what? More for you, bro. More for you. So, I wish you all the best. Cheers to life. Cheers to life. So since you married her, how's it working in your favor? Oh my goodness. How's it worked in your favor, man? uh, are you a politician? You do drag the answers out. Well, okay. So let me ask you this. Are you trolling or are you being facetious or what? What's going on? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because I'm pretty sure you know the answer to what I'm asking. You're a lucky man? Hey, whatever works for you and float your boat. All I could say is I wish you all the best with you and this lady. That's it. That's all I got for you. You know what I mean? That's all I got for you. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. By the way, I just want to say to everyone on my live stream right now, I just want to thank you graciously for hanging out with me. I just want to show my gratitude to you on a Sunday. And, you're more than welcome to hang out for as long as you want to hang out. Again, if you want to talk about something, let's talk about it. But like I said, today's theme is people will be people, right? She put a bit of timber on since you. It is what it is. People will be people. Well, dude, you married her just like she married you, and uh, obviously, as the time goes by, her looks, her certain things are going to change. But the fact that you're still married, well, there it is. Cheers to life. And the fact that you're saying you're a lucky man, there it is. Cheers to life. All right. So you accepted it, and she accepts you. Cheers to life. So what more is there to say other than cheers to life? Okay. So I don't know what more to add to that other than to say cheers to life. Mm. Mm. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. So yeah, so today people are going to be people. I tell you. So like I said, I have a specific video that's coming out Either I'm going to try to put it out tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday. But I'm going to shoot for tomorrow to put this video out, and you know, and that's so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to get at, because there's a specific reason for why I'm talking about this particular subject. Okay. Um, I just felt like with this particular subject, I had to get it off my chest, kind of thing. That's all. So, but yeah. So, what else is going on, everyone? What else is going on? What else is going on? Talk to me. What else is going on? What else is going on? Yes. What else is going on? Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. So, anyways, so I'm just here at the coffee shop, obviously just drinking some tea. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I don't have anything against drinking coffee. I just don't drink it as often. I drink more tea than I do of coffee. Um, but when I do drink coffee, I just drink the regular type of coffee. Um, but speaking of coffee, oh my goodness. I swear, if I was in Thailand, let me tell you, um, when I was out there, I used to drink mocha coffee from the 7-Eleven. Oh my goodness, people. They just have a way of making this coffee, that it's just that good from the 7-Eleven, and it's extremely cheap. And it's a big tall glass. Um, but obviously, I get it as a cold drink. But it's a big tall glass, and it's very, very cheap, and it's at 7-Eleven out there. And the way that they make it, oh my goodness, can't beat it. I mean, just can't beat it. I'm sorry, but yeah. So sorry. Right. Yeah, but that's another, shall we say, um, enjoyment that I like about being in Thailand is oh my God, the food. Oh, don't get me started. The food, the food, the food, the food. Oh my goodness, man. You know, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. Um, let's see. Nicholas is asking TMI when you back in Pattaya. Okay. Um, oh, speaking of patio, you know, um, maybe it could just work out that by the time I do get back there, me and TMI probably could get back there around the same time. And I'm definitely going to do a video of me and TMI together, just hanging out and, shooting the shit kind of thing. And, yeah, see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Wow. But oh, end of February. Okay, 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 okay. Well, TMI, all I can say is once I have the money to be able to come out there as soon as possible, then obviously I'll be there. So all I can say is, I just hope in good faith that I'll be able to raise the money as soon as possible. So that once I'm out there and, with the connections and certain things that I already have in place, I can make something happen. Um, you know, versus when you're here, um, it's not as simple to make certain things happen. Versus when you're there, yeah, you can make all sorts of things happen. Definitely. So, yeah. Team Emu says, I like kings in Soy Lenki. What is kings? What is kings? Team Emu, did you meant to say kink? Because if that's what you're talking about, that's LK Metro. But this thing you're talking about, kings in Soy Lenki, I don't know what that is. So if you can explain what that is. Nicholas says, nice time for the Super Bowl. Go Eagles. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, TMI. Yeah, 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 yeah. So for those of you who don't know about kink, the best way for me to describe it, I'll just give you the simplified version. The simplified version. Let's just say, when you go to kink, there are things that happen inside of kink that it's almost like saying practically anything can go, practically within reason. Within reason, but practically anything can go. Okay, and I'll just leave it at that. I've been to King, and oh man, I tell you, one. All right, so let me just give you, like I said, the simplified version of it. One of the things I'll advise if you go there, right, is when you buy your drink and and you sit there and you see the girls doing their thing, and and you kind of look, and if you kind of zero in on that one chick who you think you might want to come and sit with you and all that other stuff, the one thing I will advise, if you see the mama san, make sure you are cool with the mama san, because trust me, mama san will take care of you. Okay, That's my best advice. All right. You know, even down to like the security, like even if you just, you know, you you slip them a 20 just for the appreciation, they will look out for you as well. So take that however you want. Okay, take that however you want. Um, Team Emu, have you got someone to stay with you and go back to practice? Um, yes and no. I mean, there are people that I know. Matter of fact, there's a guy who I know who has his own hotel, and he's made an offer to, for me to come and stay in his room, and he's given me the hookup price and certain things. Yeah. So yeah. So I like I said, I have enough of a network where I can make things happen. But like I said, it's like saying you have to be there to make it happen because me being here, um, I'm very limited on what I can make happen. But anyways, TMI says he. You are. Oh my god, you're funny, man. You're funny. You're funny. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and send the link for you to come on and let's chat. All right. Here we go. All right. So yeah, come on through TMI. Um, but yeah, if there's anybody else that would like to come, the rules is you must cam up. That's the rules. If you don't want to cam up, there's nothing I can do for you. Okay, that's the rules, right? Team. Yep. Absolutely. Nicholas. Yes. That's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm referring to. But all I could tell you is I had a great time. And like I said, you know, I don't want to go into great detail. All I could say in the most simplified version of it is um, a lot more can happen than just looking at chicks, and we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it at that. But you will have a good time. You will have. I mean, definitely. If you don't have a good time, then it is what it is, right? But I believe you will have a good time. And funny enough, you even see women that will come up there and they have a blast too. Yeah. You even see women come up there and they have a blast too. Yeah. And even the women, oh God, even some of the women that come up there and the stuff that they get away with, ooh, my God. Oh my God, man. But yeah. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah. Um, yeah. So, all right. So let me ask. Let me ask you this, Nicholas and Team Emu. So, what was your first time experience like? Tell me what. Tell me. Your thoughts, your feelings. Tell me. What was it like? Excuse me. Tell me, did you feel intimidated? Was it a bit of a shock? Was it, you know, way beyond your expectations? Um, did you feel like, I don't know, did you feel like, did you feel like maybe you wish you knew about this a lot sooner than later? What's your feeling? What's your feeling? I'm interested to know what was your feeling in terms of the first time and your experiences. Tell me your feeling. So, but yeah, but if okay, let me know when you're ready, TMI. Okay. All right. So he says first was sensory overload. Got the feels for one of the I understand. I understand. All right. Well, since TMI is here, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, bro? How are you? I don't know. I don't know why my camera is like this. This is crazy, but
No,
it's me.
no. I know. Salute, man. Salute, salute, salute,
Hello, how
salute.
you doing, brother? How's everything?
Man, just taking life one day at a time, man.
I think you're
And
doing great, man. I think you're doing great.
man, thank you
You're
so
gonna
much,
get there.
man.
I think you're doing great. It's courage, courage,
Man,
courage.
thank you so much, man. Thank you.
'Cause I was always told it's boring when you're doing good, and like
Yes, yes,
you're living life to the
yes.
fullest when you're struggling. You know?
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because when you're struggling, there's a bit of humbleness that
Right.
comes with the struggles, and as well as you really get to see the value of people. It's amazing sometimes, man. I'm telling you, it really is amazing. And yet at the same time, you also see that sometimes, even when those situations, it makes you say, you know what, maybe I need to make some adjustments in as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Have, have
There we
have you
go.
ever been in that situation of being homeless?
No, never in my life. But I had empty pockets a few times.
Yeah, yeah, yep,
I had
yep.
empty pockets. And like I
Hmm.
said like I say on my channel all the time. I struggled getting women. So that was pretty difficult. That was like emotionally homeless. You know what I'm saying? People are
Yeah,
messed
yeah,
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's one
yeah.
thing. That's one of the downsides about YouTube, man. You got people that are pretending like everything is great and it's not. Pe-
Man,
People got
and
issues,
that's
man, that they're not talking about because they're ashamed. And I tell people, don't be
well,
ashamed. Say what it is.
no, yeah, but see, you have to remember the backstory of that is that it's sort of like saying because of the persona that they've put out, right? And if they told the truth about their story, it would be contradictory to the very thing that they're putting out. And so
Yeah,
because
true.
of that, it puts their reputation online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why a lot of them won't do that. And I'm pretty sure if you and I spoke behind the scenes, we could talk about a few people. So we'll just leave it at that. But anyways, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, trust me, we could talk about a few people, right? But the bottom line is that um, um, everybody has their own story and agendas and why they do the things that they do. And this is, the reason why my title is People Are Just Gonna Be People. You know what I'm saying? Some things are gonna suck. Some things, it's gonna be a benefit. Some things it's gonna be like, man, this is awesome. Or
Right.
sometimes even putting out the story of like me saying, look, I'm homeless. It turns out that it actually worked out better than you thought.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you're watching, just your attitude is just great, man. I mean,
Thank you, man.
and
Salute,
I'm pretty
salute,
sure,
salute.
you had a few tough moments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
But I can only imagine, man. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know, we need you around, brother. We I
Man, we
told
need
you,
everybody.
yeah,
We
that's a
need
good point. I
everybody.
like that. I like that.
We need everybody.
I like that. I like that. 'Cause I need a partner when I move to Patio to, let's get to these women.
Dude,
Let's get him, Mikey. Let's go get him. Let's go. I need you there, man.
ladies and gentlemen, you see, you see I'm sorry. Y'all see why I like you see y'all see why I like having this guy around. Oh my
Yeah,
god, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh my god, man.
I'm telling you,
But
man.
man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you know what? I'm gonna stop saying if. I'm gonna say when I raise the
When?
money. That's with it right. When
Oh
I
yeah,
raise
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
money, and as soon as I raise that money, you know what? If since you're gonna be there this month, man, the sooner I can raise that money to be there in February, trust me, exactly what you're saying is exactly what will happen. So, I put it out in the universe to the God, and everything's in good faith that this will happen. Yeah, I put it out. Yeah,
I,
but this will happen. Yeah, yeah,
like I said, man. It, you would be bored if you had like 700 million just sitting around. You know what I mean? This is. Just think of it,
right.
man. This is wild, man. This is great. And all you gotta. This is one thing I learned about staying 4 months in Thailand. Like,
Yes,
and I met so many people. I mean, just a ridiculous amount of people that would. I would say. Let me just be on point. I would say I met a
yes,
good 5 guys that said they moved to Thailand with like 5 grand in the bank. And
right.
me and you both know after the women and the drinking, that could get turned that could turn into $200 in seconds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Well, here's
and
right, but here's the thing. But here's the thing. Sorry to interrupt, but here's the thing.
okay,
A lot of that has to do with not being smart with your money. That's all that has to do with.
right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no, what I'm saying is though that these people were still living out there. They were still working. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
job
yeah, 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 yeah,
there's job
yeah.
opportunities, and it's like I've saw apartments that were so cheap, bro, and
Yeah,
people
yeah, 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 yeah,
I mean
yeah.
people were telling me like even that was expensive, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, it's like almost 250 a month, and that's expensive. So all I mean to say is that once you get to Thailand, I mean it's just heaven. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely get that.
Obviously. And I also say this to you, right? I think what happens more times when the folks who say it's expensive
Oh
is
no.
because they're looking. They're what they're failing to do is they're looking at it from the Thai baht numbers, and they're not looking at it as okay. If you have American dollars, if you translate that to American dollars, you would see what you're actually paying. But the fact that they're looking at the Thai baht numbers, and those numbers are in the thousands. They're like, "Oh man, that's expensive," and I'm like,
No
"No,
way.
it's not."
No.
Like,
No
I tell
way.
you something, right? I tell you something. Like, you've been to the base, right?
Of course.
Right, bro. You could literally stay in the base for 200 American dollars, and the base is right in the center of everything.
There's infinite things. I mean, many levels of how you could live in Thailand for very,
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
cheap.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah,
great
yeah,
place. I don't know how
yeah,
many people watching,
yeah.
but it's a great, great, great
Yes,
place.
yes, yes,
Everything is
yes.
cheaper, and it's like
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
Pattaya is like the new. If you can't make it there, you can't make it anywhere. Like they say about New York. You know
Let
what
me
I
just tell you
mean. So
something.
it's like,
It's interesting, right? Was that I found myself, like, I give example. Like, I remember one time where I got like um I got like 10, 10, 10 grand in baht, right? Out the ATM machine, right? I think that's the equivalent to about 210 or 220, 220, something like that, right? Anyways, and I remember taking that out one day, right? And I
mhm.
went to Walker Street, just to have a good time, go to 808, Flex, Mist, you know, and just have a good time, right? Bro, when I tell you, by the time I did that, and hey, I even got a freelancer at the same time. By the time I did
Right.
all of that, guess what? I didn't even go past 5,000.
I believe it. I
I
believe
didn't
it.
even go past 5,000.
I believe it. Every time this up and coming trip will be my third trip to Thailand, and
Right.
every time each time I found more ways to save money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not anywhere close to like living there full time, but probably making like 2 trips a year, probably for the next say 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But it's amazing. Like I said, I spent 4 months in Thailand, and it was nothing. It was just like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
home. That's why
Yes.
that
Yes.
when you were bringing it up, I was saying it to myself in the beginning of you talking about your troubles, and I was
Yeah.
saying it. I was like, he can get out of there, man. That's all I kept saying. I was like, wait. I was like, any trouble, get out of there.
Yes.
Get out of there.
Yes. Yes.
Get out of there.
Yes.
Because, like I said, we're,
Yes.
this what I was trying to say before about the YouTube community and the travel space. Like, we're
Right.
at the end of the day, we don't want to see none of our brothers behind. You know what I mean? We don't want to see anybody
Right.
down.
Right. Right.
So, just like, if say like someone was stuck saying Congo, Africa, and they would donate the money, I believe it works the opposite way too. It's like, hey, I'm trying to relocate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I really think it's gonna be quicker than you think with you getting the funds to get there because it's
Well, like I said, we'll talk about it behind the scenes
yeah.
because there's certain things that I don't want to say publicly, right?
No, I hear you. I'm in the same situation, so it isn't like
Yeah, yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. You don't want to run your exact personal bit. I tell people like when they ask like all these detailed questions about my life, and it's like, do you want to know my mother's bra size too? Like what like can I have some? You know what I mean? Like how much do you really want to know like in detail? Like what you know what I mean? Like I'll send you new pictures of my mother. Like what do you really need to know exactly what I'm? Can't you just take my word for it? Like damn.
Right,
I'm saying
right,
people want to know,
right.
man. So
Man,
this
let
is
me.
this is the new
I tell you
TV.
something.
Good.
I'll tell you something, right? And I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to talk about, right? And I'm not gonna,
Mhm.
put this guy on blast, but I
Okay.
believe you know who I'm talking about. But there's a guy right now who he is raising funds to come to Thailand. And what I find interesting is he actually has people donating.
I know what you're talking
But
about. Yeah.
right, but here's my point. Here's my point. My point is he actually has people donating. But here's where it gets interesting. His purpose for what he's trying to do, versus my purpose. I find it amazing how even though there are detractors, but at the same time, he has raised the money like this. And whereas with me, I have a harder time raising the money. And I'm like, wow, that's
You,
so
you know why
interesting.
though? Listen, I'm gonna tell you just really quick because, like I said, we all gotta talk behind the scenes. But
Yeah, 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 yeah,
um,
yeah.
you don't. That's why I was telling you. You should go live more. You know what I mean? You should, be more interactive with people.
Probably.
Even if you're just sitting there talking about your eyeglasses or something. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right, right,
you
right,
know,
right, right,
go
right.
live more. You
Probably,
know.
probably, probably,
You know what's
probably.
crazy? I swear to God, I don't remember meeting you. And you said we met, and I don't remember meeting you.
Bro,
We talked
like,
on the phone and we kicked it, but at that YouTube meetup, I mean, I was like, I
no, but
stood
it
on,
was like a quick, yeah, but it was a quick, hey, how you doing? And keep it pushing.
okay.
But, but,
Yeah, you
but,
from Brooklyn?
but,
Yeah, I can respect that. You from Brooklyn?
but, but if you look on that one, I sent it to you. If you look on that one video, where you were there at Richie Mac's YouTube get together,
Yeah.
that's evidence of what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you were
remember
there.
I remember the
Yeah,
setting. I remember the place.
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember you. I remember seeing Zoom to Thailand. I remember seeing Taylor
Yes,
Made. I remember seeing
yes,
their women sectioned off in VIP.
yes,
I remember
yes.
I remember some of the brothers that was there. I remember the whole event.
Mm-hmm.
I got on
Mm-hmm.
Richie Mac
Mm-hmm.
live and we were talking. I remember it.
Right.
So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
it's not like, I just don't remember per se you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. But I do remember, we did say hey to each other,
Yeah.
but we didn't really like talk that extensive
Right.
because in those events I I say hi to everyone, everyone, everyone.
I'm pretty
So
sure. I'm pretty sure
right,
we connected but
right.
there was a dude, I forgot his name. He was like a businessman or something, but he was kind of like talking our ear off and I was like, uh well, but I met a couple
Was
people
it
that
a
day.
was it a light skinned brother?
No. He was a little older than me. And I forgot his name. He was handing out cards. Remember? He was handing out cards to everybody.
I It sounds like you're talking about Ken.
Maybe. I don't remember his
Yeah,
name. I don't remember, you know,
because Ken is a big um
he's a
he's
taller dude.
he's a light he's a light skinned dude.
Right.
And what Ken does is he does taxes and certain things. Yeah, he's very helpful in the community. Very, very,
But
very
when
helpful.
you, like I said, when all you got to do is get to Thailand. I think everything else will solve itself once you get there.
Obviously, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's my
Right?
goal. Is to just get there. Once I get there, I can work everything else out.
Yeah,
Because
boots on. Once you get on the ground, hit the ground running. Because, like I said, this you can use YouTube to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how much you go, how much. That's why I'm telling you, put up more videos. Because when you first put up the um trouble or something, because I always watch your videos, depending on
right,
what
Right.
you're talking about. Because we don't
Right.
always watch each other's videos, but I remember you put up I don't remember what video it was, but once I heard that you was like in some kind of trouble, I was watching every video and I was like, damn, he's putting up a video like once. I was watching from the Christmas video. The
Yes.
the
Yes.
yeah. So
Yes.
when you
Yeah.
finally
Yeah.
broke the news that you were in a certain situation,
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was like a little disappointed because I was like, I thought you may be putting up more videos, kind of like leading on to it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
talking,
But
not per se talking about the actual situation, because like I said, I don't
yes. Yes. Yeah.
need to know your personal business, but
Right. Right.
just the
Right.
fact that you weren't putting up more videos because you monetize, so you're still getting money from YouTube, right? Not a lot, but you're getting something.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, you also have to consider the situation at hand. Was that when you're all right? So let me put it this way. Like, imagine you're in a situation where you're very limited on funds and certain things, and especially when um, your best option is to stay at a hostel, and yet you're still trying to um, get yourself together. There's like so many things
No, I hear you.
that
Your day to
your
day.
your 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 your, your day to day that you're trying to say, how can I get out of the situation that I'm in today, so that tomorrow, I could be in a better position than it is today. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so when you're in a position where, for example, you're staying in a hostel, and of course, with most hostels, is that the general rule is that you only allowed, uh, up to 14 days. And then
right,
after 14 days, you keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, and then sometimes there were times where I had no idea where the next set of monies was coming from.
Right. I think we all been
So
there. Yeah.
so even though I wanted to make the content, but mentally, when that's all you're concentrating on, sometimes it's difficult to be in that frame of mind of what the heck am I going to talk about.
Right.
But but um now I see some YouTubers who are pretty much telling you day by day what's going on, and that's cool. But
Right.
my mental state just felt like, what am I gonna? I mean, in other
Yeah, you
words,
didn't feel like it
what?
sometimes, right? I know you don't feel like doing it sometimes, right?
Well, it's not just I didn't feel like it. In other words, what am I gonna say today that the next day and the next day and the next day hasn't changed? I got nothing. I got nothing to bring. I mean, I'm not just gonna, you know, shoot the gamut just to shoot the gamut. Um, I just felt like, at that time, I needed to focus on what was important at that time and at that stage. And if there was something I felt like doing a video about, I'll do it. Um, but that was more so my thinking was, how can I make today better than it was yesterday? And sometimes it's not easy, bro. It's not easy when you're in that position. It is not easy, you know? And especially when you're trying to apply and, oh, TMI went up. He'll come back. He'll come back. He'll come back. He'll come back. TMI, the link is still in the chat. So hit the link, and we'll get going. But yeah, but what I was trying to say was, um, excuse me, when you're in that state of mind where you're just trying to uh, do the best that you can with what you have, sometimes it's not as easy or motivating sometimes to just pick up the camera and do a video and just talk about whatever it is that you feel, okay, well, this is what I want to say for today, or to just share your life. Because sometimes at that moment, even if you're sharing your life, you might be saying, well, what more can I say other than the fact that I'm still in the same position? And you don't want to feel like you're repeating yourself, you know, at the same time, um, you still want to be able to put out content. Yeah, but um, sometimes it's not as easy um, to do that if your mental state just feels like, what am I going to say today? You know, and that's why I was also saying there are some YouTubers who, you know, they vlog their life every day, and but that's because they have something that they feel like they can pick up the camera and they can, you know, even if it's 2 3 minutes of a video, cool. But that's not where my head was at that time. My head was I need to sort myself out. That's the honest truth. So excuse me. So you know, that's you know the story with that. But and so because of that, that's why I finally had to get to a point and say, you know what, I'm just gonna humbly ask for people to help me out because I need the help. Because at the rate things are going, um, it's going at a very snail's pace. And obviously, if I can get the help from everyone that's watching, and obviously, the more people I can get to help me out in my situation, for me to you know hit my goal, for me to uh, go back to Bangkok, for me to have a much better way and life and living, and for me to feel happy, and for me to get into situations, and for me to use the network and all this, you know, all these things that can work in my favor, then not only I'm winning, but to the people who have donated and as well as who are supporting me, you're also winning too, you know? Um, and I can also, you know, bring you the content in a way to say, this is where I was, and here I am now, and yet the journey still continues. And yet, you know, we can all be proud knowing that, you know what, because of my support to this person is what got him to this point. You see? And that can be a proud moment, and that can be celebrated. You see what I mean? But while I'm in the position that I'm in, um, again, it's not easy. It's not easy. Um, you know, everybody needs help at some point. Everybody. And if you're in a position where you can't do it on your own, and you feel like, hey, I need to reach out and ask people to help me in my quest or in my goal, then that's what you got to do. Because as far as you're concerned, you're just trying to better your life. You're just trying to better your situation, right? And that's all I'm trying to do, you know? And that's the purpose of why I ask people humbly for their donations for me to see that. But in as well as I'm gonna, you know, bring you the content, yes. But and even though, you know, yes, my channel is monetized, but I don't make a lot of money. Um, but at the same time, it doesn't mean I can't make quite a bit of money from YouTube. Um, it just takes time, and effort to. It just takes time and effort to get there in order for me to see the kind of money and revenue where I could say I can sustain off of this in a way where I could say, man, I'm good. And I could probably take a portion of that money and save or invest it and make some sort of return so that it's working in my favor so that I don't have to see myself in a position where I'm back to being homeless. You know what I mean? So that's my thought to that. So uh yeah, so what was you saying, bro? What was you saying? Go
I'm
back to
sorry.
what you
It's
said.
it's the Dominican Republic, man. The power goes out like twice a day. I
No
don't care if
problem,
you're
no
staying
problem,
at the
no
Hill.
problem.
I don't care if you're staying at the Hilton. I don't care if you're staying at this country's the
Yeah,
White
yeah, yeah,
House.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
power.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
something
yeah,
that it's just something they do. You know,
yeah, 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 yeah.
there's no rhyme or reason. I think there's a guy sitting there by a switch. They'll be like, "Up, time to turn it off." No reason. Seriously, up, turn it off. Because when you
Well,
ask
guess
people,
what?
it kind of comes to that like, I don't just go. They like it just goes out. Like okay,
Well, guess what? The flip side of the guy who's doing that, he's probably be saving the country money.
yeah, I never looked at it that way. I never looked at it that way.
He's like, man,
Really.
y'all save some. Let me hit that switch so y'all can save a couple of dollars, man.
But you know what? Back to where you left off about I feel you. I've been in there. I've been in situations, but you sometimes you don't feel like YouTubing, or you just don't. Your mind is elsewhere. So it's like, how do I come up with
Yes,
something? But I
yes,
thought it was kind of
yes,
ingenious the way you were, even though you weren't getting a lot of views, but it was just like it was like random. It was just like the topic we're talking about. You could do a video about that. You
yeah,
could do it.
yeah.
The
But the
haircut,
other,
the.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the
I
the
actually, I
the the.
actually wanted to see the guy cutting your hair though. I wanted to see,
Oh,
like
okay,
he
okay,
showed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
right,
people,
right.
they're interested in certain things. So I was like, I wanted to see the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
barbershop
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
getting your hair
yeah.
lined up. You know what I mean?
Yes, 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 yes.
I actually wanted to see that,
Um,
but
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, but the whole idea that I more or less was saying on a different subject, since we're talking about YouTube, is that there are videos that you could put out and it might not do well at first,
Mhm.
and I'm telling you, if I showed you my analytics, there's videos that I have that I've done quite a while, and it's still getting hit. It's still getting hit. You know, even though in the beginning it was like, but for whatever the reason, over time it just started picking up.
right.
So this is why I always try to encourage people, when you put out a YouTube video, don't try to get so wrapped up in the numbers. You
Right.
know, it's more
100%.
important. It's more important to put out the story, because the numbers will come. You know what I'm saying? The
Hmm.
numbers will come,
Hmm.
because my channel is a pure example of, there are things that I've talked about a while ago or showed, and for whatever the reason, let's just say months after, some video seems to be picking up and doing well. And because I'm talking about the very same thing, it hits the algorithm. And then all of a sudden, it starts picking up.
Right.
But again, I did that video a while back and I wasn't thinking about it. And then when
Mm.
I look on my analytics is showing you're getting 100 views, 200
Right.
views. You know what I'm saying?
I think, like I said,
Or
you're a worldly guy, so I think you got a lot to talk about. You're not thinking. You know what I mean? You gotta, because
yeah,
even if you don't have anything particular
right,
topic to talk about, there's still
right.
stuff that you could say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever like when you were younger, like in your 20s, you just hopped in your car, just went somewhere just because you didn't, just wanted to get out the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
That's the way I look at YouTube. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know
right,
where I'm
right.
going, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a great way to look at it. Yeah,
Yeah, because
great way to
people
look at
want to
it.
see people. This is like the new TV. We're like the new Cheers or the new
Yes.
Good Times or the new. So people want to see in detail, like
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
just doing this and be like, "Hey, I'm in the Dominican Republic."
Mm-hmm.
Just doing that, people want to see, like,
That's
"Oh,
awesome.
okay,"
Yeah,
People want to see it.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
why they're
let me
so.
ask you
And
this.
I don't think. Listen, some of because I watched the live with your trolls and everything. Compared to the trolls I deal with, oh my god, I would pay the trolls that you had because my trolls
Well,
just get.
guess
Oh
what?
my god.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If you want trolls, you know what? I'll connect with you on the back end, and
Yeah.
I could yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the back end.
Because like I
But
said, we like most of us been on this earth over 50 years, so that's great.
right, right,
So we know, like, how many celebrities were like just like to change the narrative of this thing, but you know how many celebrities were murdered because they were just like had fans that were just like, you know what I mean? Like we're the new TV.
yeah, yeah,
People want to see what's going on, even if it's just like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I ran out of
yeah.
toilet paper. You'd be surprised. There are channels dedicated to sleeping. People film themselves sleeping and get paid for it. That's
Yes,
amazing to me. People,
yeah, yeah,
they're sleeping. I was like, this is
yeah,
incredible. YouTube
yeah,
is incredible. My
yeah,
friends, right,
yeah, yeah,
are in awe that I have over 5,900 subscribers. In awe.
yeah,
They're like, damn. Damn. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
brother, that ain't nothing. But they still like, yo, it's a big deal. But like I said, it's like you kind of gotta watch people that are better than you at YouTube
yeah.
and try to take it from there and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Because people are
Hmm.
interested.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
just imagine like when you were watching whatever your favorite TV show was,
yeah.
but they're constantly just doing like, like Good Times. You remember when they killed off James? You
Yes,
remember
yes,
when
yes,
you remember when JJ got shot?
yes,
You,
yes.
you know what I mean? But if they kept doing with JJ standing there painting and the mother's in the kitchen, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So people want to see like more. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
blame them too.
yeah,
And it's like
yeah, yeah,
in certain situations when you're watching people, it's like, damn, I want to see more of that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So the people that you're talking about, and I know who exactly you talk about. It's like it's entertaining, regardless of what it is.
right. But
You know what I mean?
right. But again, I also have to preference this and say the people who do what they do, the people that you and I, who we know who we're talking about. I also have to say that that works for them. I can't be like them. You know what I'm saying? I can only be like me. And so that's the part that I'm showing to people to say, you know, this is what works for
You know
me.
what? I'm gonna tell
You
you
know,
something.
but but
When
but but at the same time, um, it's kind of like what you're saying. If I show up more often, then obviously it gets better. You know what I'm saying?
well, just I'm not gonna say no one's telling you to show your like I said, we said it before, your personal business, but
Right.
you helping out doing the dishes. Like the more, all right. One thing I learned in the beginning of YouTube, and it made a
Right.
lot of sense, and I'm still not even doing enough. But
Right.
when you have like 2,000 whatever subscribers, like
Right.
that's still like really like nothing. So it's like the
Of
main
course.
thing they tell you in the beginning when you're like at 2, 3 subscribers, upload, 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 upload,
Yes.
upload,
Yes.
upload, because it
Yes.
doesn't make a
Yes.
difference. Because it's like, and it always kind of bugged me out when people were like deleting stuff from their channel because they felt like they were uploading too much. Like, who cares?
Right.
Like
Right.
you're so low, it doesn't matter. So it's like you gotta attack. Like when I first started, I was doing like maybe a video a month. I was always digging through my phone for my old videos from when I was in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So it took me a while to get loose to be like, boom, okay, I'm gonna do more. But this time to where I don't even want to do it, and I'm like gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I think the way you're going about it is the right way. But like, okay, you're a drummer, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did the power go out? Uh-oh. 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 Did the power go out?
You hear me?
Are you there? Yeah, I hear you. Your screen is frozen.
Can you see me?
No, I see
Can you see me?
the. Yeah, I can hear you. No, no. All
You
right.
can
Now
hear
you're
me?
back. Now you're back. Yes. Now you're back. Go on.
But
Uh-oh. You froze again, bro. Okay. All right. Let's give him a couple of minutes. Let me answer this question. What is the stream about? So the title of the stream is "People Will Be People." Okay, that's the title of the stream. But and I got my guy here, TMI. Who we're just talking about. Being on YouTube, and as well as we're talking about, when you're at your lowest point and and how using your lowest point, how you can leverage using your lowest point on YouTube. So we're just bouncing, ideas and thoughts on how you can use your lowest point to be on YouTube. Um, and so with that, um, all I could say is, um, hold on 1 second. All right. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Right. Here we go. Right. So what we're saying here is, how can we leverage as a YouTuber to take our lowest point and turn that story into something? And yet at the same time, um, sometimes even with our lowest point, um,
I'm sorry about
it's
that, brother.
it's no, 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 no. I know what's going on. So it's to be expected. But anyway, so my thought is to answer what Aaron is asking. So me and TMI, we're just talking about, how you take your lowest point, being on YouTube, and how can we tell the story, to use that as, um, you know as something of interest, or sometimes it could be, you know um, that's probably the best thing to do, is to just leverage that as a way to get out of a situation. So we're just bouncing ideas, Aaron. That's basically what we're talking about.
Well, listen. Sorry, I got this power is going crazy, but
No, no,
So I
no, no.
said,
It's all
you
right. It's all
like I
right.
said, you're a drummer, so there's a process to drumming, right?
Right.
Especially you got to be on the beat, the two, the three, the
Yep.
beat.
Right.
So the process is still the same. So if you're watching another YouTuber, you don't have to mimic kind of like there's rock music, there's reggae music, there's R&B music, there's country
Correct.
music.
Correct.
The beats are
Correct.
different, but the process
Correct.
of a drummer is still the same. To become a
Correct.
drummer is still the
Correct.
same. So when you're
Correct.
watching another YouTuber and saying, "Hey, I may not talk about the content he's talking about, like bull riding. Like you're not a bull rider, but
Right.
if the dude is uploading videos on changing the hoof and the horse and the rope, you can be like,
Mm.
hey, let me show a video of just doing the dishes. Because I was really interested in the hostel. I was like, I want to see what it looks like. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
just your day to day. I don't think there necessarily has to be a great topic. I think the larger YouTubers have to do that. They have to come up with something elaborate and amazing, and you know what I mean. For the little guys, because I only got like 3,000 more than you, or whatever. But I just think you
Right.
should just keep. Even if you ain't got nothing to say, you're still an inspirational dude. Where you're talking about positivity. Like I never heard you say nothing negative, so I'm like,
Well,
say
thank you.
more of
Thank you.
that. You know, say
Right.
more of that, just to make it even like just to be like. I have nothing to
Mhm.
say. You title that shit. I thought
Right.
that was genius. I'm like, he's just putting anything out.
Well,
You were
did
putting a
you did
cheese,
you
you put an all cheese sandwich. You had you were boxing in the ring. You know what I mean? I was like, this guy is great. I was like, I watched it. I watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well actually, speaking of that, um believe it or not, um that one video where I was eating just a cheese sandwich from Burger King, I actually got a positive response from Burger King. Believe it or
wow,
not.
really,
Yes. Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
I
said
got a
you.
positive response. Yeah.
If you start putting out more material, I think it'd be great. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but like I said, it's just, and I'm being transparent by saying my my mindset at the moment, is so focused on what can I do to get out of here, you know, um, because um, I, 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 I honestly don't feel inspired being here. I really don't, you know. And even though I'm doing my best to put out something, as you say, right? But at the same time, there are certain situations, like for example with the hostel. It's very tricky because when you're in those environments, you have to remember that you're amongst people who are backpackers, who could be homeless, could be, you're amongst so many different people,
You know what
and
though?
you
I
don't.
learned if you ask people, you find out. Like what they say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Right.
So
Right.
there's a lot of times in life I assume something out of people,
Right.
and then once I sat down and talked to them, I actually did something. It was a totally different
Right.
outcome.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
seeing a crowd, you ever wonder like some of these YouTubers like how did they? Sometimes I watch these guys like how did this dude get like 20 women in Miami Beach to talk to him?
Right.
And 100% is the number one reason is because you went up to him and asked, like, hey,
Right.
and it's your personality too. If you come over like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing YouTube
Right.
and whatever. But you see these guys like, hey guys, right here
Right.
live, we're shooting a video and look at it, everybody's going crazy. And it's like, I don't
Right.
know per
Right.
se if I could be like that, but I know if I don't
Well.
ask, you know.
Right. Right. And this is what I'm saying is that I because of the situation I'm in, I know that, you know there's certain things that it's not. I mean, listen. There's certain things that I have filmed, but I know my limits in terms of not to go there because um, because there are people that don't want to be shown because they're just like, man, I don't want to show people I'm in this fucked up situation. That's the absolute truth. And so
They,
this is what I'm
have
saying.
they said that to
This,
you, or
huh?
you're assuming? Have they said that to you?
Yeah. Listen,
Okay.
there are people. Listen, there are people who, like there are people in the hostel that I'm staying in now. They know I do YouTube,
Hmm.
but if I was to pull out the camera, they're like,
Yeah, yeah. No,
But
I hear
and
you.
so right, and so these are things that you have to pay attention and go. Wait a minute, you know, is that appropriate? You understand?
No,
And you have to do it. And this is what I was explaining. You have to do it in a way where you're not trying to show them. It's almost like saying, you see like how I'm sitting at this desk and it's just me. You have to kind of do it like that.
right,
So there's zero focus on them. You
right, yeah, yeah.
understand?
I hear you.
And so in some hostels you can do that, and then there are just some hostels. It it the setup just doesn't lend itself. It just doesn't.
Right.
You know.
No,
And
I
so
hear what you're saying. Like I wouldn't. I know what you're saying.
that's
Like
right, and
it's
that's why
embarrassing to some people.
right, and so that's why I say that this week I'm going to put out a video dedicated about me staying in different hostels so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. I think it'd be great content, man. I'm very intrigued just on hostels in general. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously the way I'm going to do it, it's just showing the environment, but not in a way where it's showing uh who's there or trying to highlight. No. Because again, I don't want anybody to feel as though I'm putting them in a position that they didn't deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. No, I hear you. You kind of. I know what you're saying. You kind of got to wait till it's empty, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
right. So I give you an example. Like here's an example of what you're talking about, right? So there was a YouTuber um who goes out and he cooks and he feeds the homeless and things like that, right? Good guy, by the way. And one time, um, he took his camera and he went to the Salvation Army, where they would give like breakfast and they would give resources and blah blah blah. Blah, and he took his camera in there, and so um, and so a couple of people had to tell him, hey, like, why are you filming me? I don't
Right.
want to be filmed. You know, and he had to cut that scene. Um, and there was another time where he was filming, and the people who worked there had to tell him, "Hey, could you not do that? Because you
Yeah.
could be compromising somebody's privacy." And so he had to cut that scene and jump to something else.
Right.
You see, so that's just an example of my situation with the hostels, that you kind of have to do it in a way where you're not compromising anybody. Even if they know that's what you do, but um, not everybody is in that situation where they're like, "Hey, we're cool." There's some people are in a really bad situation that stay in the hostel, and they just don't want their likeness to be shown in any kind of
Right.
way,
No, no.
and you have to consider that.
Yeah. No, no. I totally get that. I
Yeah,
100% totally get that. You know,
right,
it's like you don't want to be filmed on your worst level of your life. You know.
right. So even though I hear what you're saying, and this is why I'm saying that I will put out a video, but it's going to be done in a way where you're just going to see
I,
what the place is like, and not so much the people. No,
I
no.
think, like I said, I think you should be uploading like way more than you're doing because one, it's money. You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna take off,
Yes,
like the video
yes,
you did.
yes,
I think you should be
yes.
doing thoughts of the day. I think you should be doing like, there's stuff. Listen, one thing I learned about talking on YouTube, there's stuff
Yeah.
that I didn't remember that I just started remembering because I talk about my life on YouTube. I'll tell you what, I'll give you since we're doing like this Mikey show and it's a big show, and I'll give you a fun fact about TMI Santiago, top 5
What's up?
TMI.
All right,
You ready?
go on.
You're from Brooklyn, right?
Right. I lived in East Flatbush, to
Tommy,
exact.
R.I.P. But Tommy McConnell dated my mother
Wow.
for 5 years,
Okay.
and he's the drummer in Sky. Sky!
Mm,
And he brought me a drum set when I was a little
nice,
boy. I was like 3, and I was drumming,
nice.
but when they broke up, he stopped drumming. But Tommy
Right.
McConnell of Sky
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, 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 yeah.
know, and I
Mhm.
never talked about that before, so I just thought I would share that with your audience. That Tommy McConnell of the
Not a
R.
problem.
If you guys are watching, R&B group Sky. That was he dated my mother from the age of when I was 2 to like
Wow,
two,
wow,
three, four,
wow.
5, 6, 6.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm a musical guy too, even though I was doing rap, but
Nice, 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 nice.
music. So
It's
I
all
always look
relative.
at YouTube. I always look at YouTube like music because the process is the same. It's kind of like
Yes,
each video
yes,
is like a demo. You know what I mean?
yes, yes, yes.
Each video is like a demo. So every time you're
Right,
doing something, you're like, okay, I can do this different. I can do that different. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean? But you
right.
gotta kind of like always create because you're a creator, regardless
Yeah,
if it's music,
yeah,
is it music or it's visual.
yes, yes.
So I'm pretty sure when you were like the young guy, 17 in the band, like you're always thinking of songs, you're always thinking of ideas, you're
Yeah,
always
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah,
drumming
yeah, yeah,
pattern.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
YouTube is
yeah,
the same way.
yeah.
Like I wake up thinking about something, I go to sleep thinking about how to do it. I think of, you know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean? So it's
mm-hmm,
like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so I'm pretty sure we both envisioned ourselves being in mansions and
Correct,
celebrities
correct,
standing on stage,
correct,
accepting awards,
correct.
and it
Right,
just kind
right,
of didn't
right.
go down that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
one of the things I learned too, and I'm watching this channel called Think Tank, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
they said that like the numbers are crazy. Like it's like almost like 80% people that are on YouTube. It's a high number. I don't know exactly, but it's like 80% of the people on YouTube aren't over 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So for us to get to where
Because,
we're at now, it's like a
yeah.
milestone. Believe it or not.
Well, well. Let me just add something to what you just said.
Sure.
Um, actually, and I remembered seeing some sort of statistic that also said there's a low percent of YouTubers that that um, that even continue going past 1 year.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true too. That's true too.
yeah,
But one of the things I
and
heard
yeah,
that I started implementing was like they even suggest that to guys at like 15,000. Like if you end this live and you do like say 100 videos just of anything, it's
yes,
not gonna
yes,
matter because your numbers are so low. But eventually
yeah,
it builds traction. Like you could just be like, I want to be a cowboy. You put a cowboy hat and stand in the street and you film
right,
it.
right,
You never know.
right,
It just takes off. Like you're like, oh
yeah,
my god, it took off.
yeah,
But
right,
either
right,
say it only gets 2 views, which it won't. But say
yes,
you only get 2 views, what does it
yes.
matter? Because you only have 2,000 subscribers. You
Yeah,
know what I
but the
mean?
flip side, right? But guess what? That's why I also said the flip side of that, and my channel is your channel. My channel is proof of exactly what we're saying. Is that the 2 views that you got at the time? You know, it didn't stop there because guess what? Months from now, you know, you could end up with 10,000 views.
100%. You ever? I'm pretty sure you did. And I've been in
Okay.
like and I've been in A&R's office in the music industry maybe like 12 times.
Right.
And it was always the song that I didn't like the most that they were like, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
They're always like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because they're always sitting there. I don't care what era, what genre, but they're always just like disinterested when they're listening to your music. And it's like they're just sitting there like reading the newspaper, like, go
Yeah,
ahead, play it. And it's like,
yeah,
motherfucker, pay attention. I hate that.
yeah.
Like, hey man, I'm doing
Well,
hey, this is the I worked on this for hours. Like, pay attention.
right,
You know what I mean? I used to
right.
hate that. Like I poured my
Yeah,
heart and
but let me tell
soul
you
into this.
something.
And you
Let me just tell you something.
go ahead.
The you know, one thing I could tell you from being in this music industry for many, many years, the amount of stories that happened where, you know, the very song that, you know, is a hit today, that back then the very A&R person was like, that ain't gonna do nothing, da, 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 da. And then it turns out that they were proven wrong. Or sometimes, you know, there's stories out there that the very person who didn't want to sign them because they thought, this song ain't gonna make her, I can't sign you, and then they end up signing with somebody else, and the person, you know, who thought the song was okay, but they saw the vision,
Right.
boom, took off. And then the
Oh
very
yeah.
person who's the A&R who let them go, you end up seeing on the backstory years after saying, well, yeah, I had that person come in and I turned them down, and oh man, I wish I didn't turn them down.
Right.
There's shitloads of those stories. Shitloads.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
And make sure you
So
hit the like button, everybody, and make sure you hit this
thank
man's
you. Thank
buy him a coffee, buy him a coffee,
Yes. Thank you.
buy him a
Thank you. Thank
coffee,
you.
you cheap bastards, buy him
Yes.
a coffee. We're doing fifty
Thank you.
dollars donation. $50. Put
Yes.
in $50. You know you got it.
Yes.
Put
Yes.
$50 in the
Come on.
PayPal.
Come
Put
on.
$50 in the PayPal. You guys are sitting there.
Come
You're
on.
being cheap. Stop being
Yes.
cheap.
Come on.
Buy the
Come on.
man a
Come on.
coffee.
Come on.
$50 today. 50. 50.
Let's
You know
get
what else?
me the hell out of here.
You know what I used to hate? It was a
What's up?
demoralizing feeling. But like when you would
Yeah.
leave like the A&R's office and be like, damn, like I thought this was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get up, you wake up in the morning, you got the jitters, you're walking in there, and it's like, yes, and like, hey, how you doing? You're all inspirational, and you're telling them how
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
group is, and there's like, and I'm like, yeah, so like because I was rap, so it's like we try to keep the hardcore, you know what I'm saying, like
Yes.
reality of the situation. And it's like and they're like, just play it. I'm like, all
Yes.
right, and I'm
Yes.
like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
playing it, and the dude's like on the phone, and it's like, hey man,
Right.
but
Right.
but the amazing thing was like when it was over and it hung up, it was like I didn't like this, I didn't like that. I thought you could work on this, but you had, you got potential, so keep at it. Like, damn, that's it.
Right.
I'm like, I was in this office no longer than I waited in the lobby more than I
Yes.
played the music. You know
Yes.
what I mean? So I
Yeah.
look at
Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube like that. Like this is our audience. Like this is even though I'm pretty sure
Yes.
you played for 30,000 people and you played for like 6
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Yes.
The
Yes.
6 people appreciate your shit way more than the 30,000. You know that, right?
Well, it really depends because okay, let me give you an example, right? Like at one time, and by the way, if anybody's interested, I have a video where I specifically talk about my career and things like that. Okay. um, I will put the link in the description for that, so that y'all can check out that video. But anyways, but what I'm here to say is that whether it's 6 or 30,000, the point still remains the same.
100%.
So what I'm saying here is, like, I give example. There was a time when I played for Grammy Award winning reggae artist Burning Spear. And this guy's a legend, right? He's a legend.
Uh-huh.
Now, there were shows where we played for literally, when I tell you, 10 people, right? And there were shows where we headlined, we played for 30,000 people. But what I'm here to tell you is that whether it was 10 or 30,000, the show had to be the same as it, as it
Yeah.
was in front of 10, as it was in front of 30, you know, and because that's how we delivered it, the reaction is the same,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if we didn't deliver that type of show, it didn't matter whether it was 10 or whether it was 30,000. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, a good show is still a good show.
Yeah.
You see what I
That's
mean?
true. No, you're right.
So, so,
But
so,
you know what?
so,
What's good
so
to you as a musician might not be good to the audience. But it could be a bad show to you, and it could be a great show to them. You know what I mean?
well, it's okay. Okay, I'll give you an example, right, of what you're talking about. So, um, there's a perfect example. Okay, there's a particular show I did with Vernon Spear. We did Summer Jam, right?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Sean Paul headlined the night before, and he invited us, and we hanged out, and he did a show, and then we headlined the next night. Okay, and show went down, but there were parts of the show that I just felt like I didn't deliver the show the best. But after the show, we would go and sign autographs and talk to people. Now imagine this show is in Germany. 90% of the people are at the show can hardly speak a lick of English, but they can sing every song
Right.
word for word in English, right?
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying. They can sing every song in English, but cannot have a conversation with you. So there was this one guy who came with us and said, "Let me help you translate." And as I'm signing and we're taking pictures and people are talking and people are giving me these compliments and say, "Oh man, you're great, you're this," but they're speaking in their language and he's translating. And yet, what they're complimenting me on is the very thing that I thought I sucked on,
Right. So
right?
you never know.
So the point I'm trying to make here is that it's not the fact that you know um, whether or not, even though I might feel like I sucked at that particular song that I played, the point is according to the 30,000, I made them feel something
Right.
that made them feel like, oh my God, that was that was either the best thing or the greatest thing that, to them. And that moment for them meant something.
Right. Yeah.
So,
100%.
also, right. So also what I'm trying to add here is that if you're a striving musical artist, right?
Uh huh.
Um, or a rapper, or you're a person who strives for the best. You know, you're always never satisfied at what you do because you're always thinking, "Man, I could have done that a little bit better." You see,
Professionally. Yeah.
but 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 according to public opinion, that's going to be different. You see, and that's why you have the people like Michael Jackson and Prince and all these names
Yeah.
who all have the same feeling, like they were never satisfied with that one performance because
Never.
they're
Yeah.
always thinking, man, I could have done
Better.
a little bit better, or I could have done this, or they're always reaching. Even
Right.
though to us, we look at them and they're like, man, that was the wickedest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Like I said, man, it's
But to, you know,
crea- creativity. You know what I mean? It's like, when you're creating, it's not gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? It's like you never know what's
right,
gonna be the next hit. You know what I mean?
right. Like,
And
okay,
I
here's a
go
good
ahead.
example of what you're talking about. So imagine this, right? Imagine a guy like Afro Man, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He created this song because he thought, man, I'm just going to create some shit because you know he just thought it was a silly song, and it was just some college kids kind of thing, and they would get it, blah 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 blah, and he just thought, okay, well, that's just something that it's not my best work, but hey, I'm just gonna do this because I just thought it was something cool to do, right?
Right.
Little did he realize that when he recorded this on the most cheapest things, right? Because he explained exactly what his process was, yada yada yada, and I mean, you know, by the time it was all said and done, and he put it out, little did he realize that that one song would have changed the trajectory of his life,
Yes.
and that the very song that he thought, man, here's my best work, wasn't going to be the thing that changed his life.
Right.
It ended up being that one song that was supposed to be, it was just supposed to be fun. And it was recorded very cheaply, by the way.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that changed the trajectory of his life.
Yeah.
But he never envisioned that was the thing. Matter of fact, the songs that he thought was going to change his life, you know, and even though
Yeah.
he put it out, but that wasn't the game changer.
I think it's the same theory though with with
you
with
know,
with this YouTubing. You know what I mean? It's like
right?
you just never know. But I told you like a while ago. Our numbers are so low. It doesn't matter what we're promoting and putting out there because the numbers are so low. Like you're just trying to get more subscribers, more views, shorts.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's another thing. I think you can put out more shorts too. We'll talk about that too. But it's like you just want to keep the traction going. You just want to, people want to see, they want to see anything. That's what it seems like. You know, show me anything. You know what I mean? Hello, hello. Hell no, it happened again. Mike, 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 Mike. Uh-oh, Mike froze. Everybody buy this man a coffee. You guys are sitting there, $50. Come on, right now, right now. I think Mike's Wi-Fi went out, so I'll be controlling the set. Hit the like button and hit this man, buy this man a coffee. There he is.
thank you, thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to change Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. How many people are watching?
so far 5.
Wow, okay. Okay. Don't worry, they
Yep.
come back. You
Yep.
got a lot, like I
Yep.
said, you got a lot to say, man, especially in your life, man. I know, like I said, this is like self therapy, like when you're just talking and just like you'll discover things, you think about things and it's be like, damn, I remember this. I remember when that happened. I
Yes.
remember this. I remember when that
Yes.
happened.
Yes. Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I
Yes.
mean? And it
Yes.
was just
Yes.
like,
Yes.
and people want to hear that. These people,
Well,
I used to make fun of them like, Jesus Christ, you're bored. Don't you have anything else better to do? Then I'm saying to myself, I'm chasing away my consumers.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, if you want them to be bored. You want them to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like the
So,
5 people that are in
here,
here, huh?
yeah, but
Say it
see,
again.
here's an example. Here's an example of what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Kick it.
And at the same time, this is something that I was also referring to. So, like with my last live, I had about 15 people, right?
Uh-huh.
But by the time the live, you know, was off the air, and then it's just the replay. Like within a day and a half, um, when I went to look at the replay, I see there's like over 250. I was like, what the hell?
Right.
That
Wow.
viewed it. I was like, what the hell?
How many people? 150?
Yeah,
Wow. There you see. You never
250.
know. Yeah, especially with the lives, because not everybody, people might be at work and they would come home and be like, hey, let me watch Mikey's story.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It was. I was like, what the hell? 250
Yeah.
in a day? Wow. And that's just the afterthought.
You got the juice, brother. Just let it loose. You got the juice.
Yes, yes, yes.
You got the juice. Just let it loose. Because you ever know, like, all right, you remember when you were a kid, right? And you're anxious for whatever it was, right?
Yes.
But in your deepest, like, bottom of your heart, you know you're getting it, right? It's like
Yes, yes, yes.
that's the kind of how I look at your situation. It's like you're getting back to Thailand. You just don't know when. But I would be more
Right.
concerned about what you're gonna do when you get there, as opposed to getting there. Does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. I mean, yeah, 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 yeah.
Because
You know,
listen, we're not talking about 150 grand here. We're talking about a couple of hundred or
right.
pounds or whatever it is or whatever the stupid
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
British.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say. The
Right, right,
No, I'm
right,
serious.
right.
It's like, yeah, let's seriously, let's be realistic here. Like, I would be more concerned about when I'm getting there. That, like, I've had difficulties a little bit, but I had difficulties like trying to travel, and because the Super Bowl is like probably for the black community is like one of the biggest events in Sosua, Dominican Republic, and there was a few times trips where I was like, damn, I got the money to get there. I got the money for the hotel, but I don't have money to do anything. So you had to
Yeah,
come up with
yeah,
certain ways. But in my head, I knew I was gonna
yeah.
get there. So I
But let
had
me
to say
ask
to
you this,
myself,
right?
"Go ahead, kick it, kick it."
Let me ask. I want to touch on that for a second.
Touch on it.
So when you hit that point when you had just enough for the hotel, you had just enough for this, right? Like, what did you do to come up with the rest of the money, if you can share that?
Sure. Well, one of the things was, like I said, asking for help on YouTube. But my friend has
Yes.
a furniture company, so
Okay.
I think I got $200 from him, and
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep it real because on the Mikey Story channel, I went to people that I helped back in the days when I was on
Okay.
top and said,
Okay.
"Motherfucker, give me some money because I helped
Right.
you.
Right. Right.
You got to be
Right.
blunt, seriously. Like, hey, don't do
Right.
that. Like,
Got it.
me and my brother go at it all the
Got it.
time because I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
I was in a storm going to some payment center because you ain't got no bank. I got to go be driving, sitting online, and a bunch of Walmart people online and a bunch of fat women.
Mhm,
It's
mhm,
crazy, but
mhm, mhm.
I did whatever I had to do to make ends meet. I think I sold a pair of sneakers. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? But
mhm.
you know, there's more than one way to make a dollar. There's more than one way to make ends meet. But like I said, if you know you're gonna get to Thailand, I would be more concerned about what your next move is, what you're gonna do when you're there, as opposed to what about getting there, because you know you're gonna get there. It's just a matter
Well,
of
well, the thing is, I already know what I need to do when I get there, because that part of it I've already set up in terms of talking with people, yada yada yada. And so the whole idea is I just need to physically be there to make it
Right.
happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Once I'm there, yeah, I can make it happen. Um but me being here,
Yeah, you can't do nothing right. And you're a good
I
dude.
can't do nothing.
When you're a good dude, good things happen. It might take a little
Yeah,
longer than others, but when you're a good
yeah,
dude, I
yeah,
believe that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like when you're a
yeah,
good
yeah,
dude
absolutely,
and you're not cheating
absolutely.
people, you're not robbing people.
Right, right.
Even though I know you done took somebody's wife a time or two, you smooth ass. I know you took somebody's wife. I know that. I know that that's what this whole thing's about. Somebody's ex-husband, somebody's ex-husband went after your ass and got you. Uh-huh. Somebody, 19, 1984, you know, took some poor man's wife and he finally got your ass.
After
So
all this
yeah,
time, huh?
yeah, all this time he waited for the right moment. Like, yeah, you trying to get to Thailand? This is for my wife. Your home wrecker? Word.
Oh my God, man.
But that's how but seriously, that's how I look at this YouTube thing. It's like
Yes,
when you
yes, yes, yes,
provide a
yes.
service, this is a machine to make money. It ain't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
conventional, you know, it's in conventional ways.
yeah,
And you know,
yeah, yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you gotta think
yeah.
like that terminology, thinking outside the box was created for a reason. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes,
So
yes, yes.
anytime I'm in a situation, I don't think, oh, what was me? You know, you gotta be on your toes in your head. You know what I mean? Not even
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you gotta kind of be like, okay, who can I ask for help? Because
yeah.
Trump said one time, if I lost all my money, that he said he made so many people millionaires that he would never be broke. And I believe that. You know what I mean? It's like
Well,
if you
right,
help people
right.
and you've been in a situation where you were on top, I'm pretty sure there's a time when you were on tour, money in the bank, and there was somebody back in Brooklyn messed up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
just believe that it's like you just got to know this. Once I have it in my head that I know I'm gonna get it, then I can
Yeah.
move on to the next thing. I just say, did I learn from this last mistake? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Because my
mm-hmm,
boy used to tell me, because I got situations myself, or at least you had,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
what happened is already in the past.
Right.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
no, you know, what they say, don't cry over spilled milk. It's like the shit spilt already. How do we move
Right,
on
right,
from this
right,
shit? How do we get the napkin and wipe the shit up? How do we move
right.
on? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I never have it in my mind that I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's just a matter of
Okay.
when and how I do it. But
Mm.
saying I'm not gonna do it, no, hell no,
So let me ask you
hell no.
this. So when did you know that moment that your channel was making a difference in terms of you're like, man, things are really picking up. Like, when did you realize, man, things are really picking up?
Well, people, my biggest attraction was on other people's channels, like interviews and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
Because you know, people find me entertaining. I'm funny. I'm fat. You know, people always love
Yes.
fat people. You know what I mean? I'm serious. They love freaking fat people. You know, seriously, it's the truth. People love fat people.
Right.
And by the way, buy this man a coffee. Shout out to 215. That's my brother, man. That's my brother,
Yes,
man.
yes, yes,
Shout out
yes,
to
yes,
215.
yes,
The movement that
yes,
moves.
sir.
But
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, go on.
yeah, my biggest attention that I caught was on other people's channel being interviewed, talking, telling about my life.
Right.
And because sometimes it's not gonna come from, hey, we know Mikey's story from like just let's just say like the homeless thing and all that, and you troubled in London. That could be like your thing that you just won't be able to escape. Not escape, but it'll be like, that's what he's known for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in 10 years from now, like, oof, I was messed up. You know, I was messed up, and you know, and people know
Mm.
you from that. Seriously, but
Mhm,
people will come
mhm.
in because I never went to nobody and said, "Hey, do an interview with me." I People always came to me and was like, "Yo, you know,
Right. Yeah.
I need some excitement, I need some juice, whatever." But people came to me, so those were my biggest thing. I always say it, and it's true, but I'm more popular than I am with my numbers. So I might be what is that like oh shit. I'm like a ghetto Grammy. Remember, you ever heard that
Mhm, mhm,
terminology? Like brothers in the hood know it. They know me for a particular thing, but as far as record sales, no. But do
mhm,
people know
mhm,
me?
mhm,
Yeah. So I don't sell a lot of records, but people know me. You know what I
mhm,
mean? So
mhm,
it's not necessarily
mhm,
putting anything in my pocket, but that's why I said I always try to put out something. You know what I mean? Just to keep the
mhm,
shit.
mhm, mhm.
Like keep my face out there, keeping the word out there,
Mhm.
and I don't care how much
Let's
I
keep
got
you
in my
relevant.
I don't care how much I got in my pocket. I'm telling people, yo, you better give me some damn money. So I'm out here.
Mm,
You
okay.
know,
Okay.
if you want to see me in the Congo at some civil country war in the middle dodging bullets, you better pay me. You ain't gonna be out there for free.
Mhm,
So you damn it,
mhm.
pay this man. Y'all hit the PayPal, hit this man's PayPal. Y'all being cheap. Y'all sitting there watching because they love a tragedy. I don't know what it is about people. I'm serious. You cross the street right now
Yeah.
and get hit by a car, you gonna get $10,000. They love misery. They just love it. I don't know what it is about the human being, but
Sensationalism. Let me just tell you something. You know, it's funny you say that because it always interests me how sensationalism and all this kind of stuff it sells. It's just unfortunate, but it does sell. And that's why when I was telling you about the one guy that we won't mention his name,
right.
that his purpose for what he's doing is to be sensationalism. And it's amazing, even if as much as he's getting the hate, but he's still getting people saying, all right, well, let's donate to see you crash. Let's donate to see. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. That's interesting.
But you're good. Like I said, you're a good dude. Just because he's got his method, your method could be different, but at the same
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
process.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you go to his channel, look at how many times he uploaded, "Hey, give me some damn money."
Right.
Think about it. So you don't have to use his tone
No, 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 no,
or his
no, 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 no.
mannerisms or how you do it, but the process I think you should be doing. Like, give me some damn money.
So even though my process is to just let people know, look, life is happening as we
Right,
speak, and I'm
right,
just trying to show it to you, as much as I possibly can. And at the same time, I'm also being transparent and saying, look, I don't want to be here. And here's the reasons why I don't want to be here. And if, you're willing to help, then, you know, that's the blessing that you're going to get from it, is that I can get out of here soon. And once I'm out of here, hey, the very thing that I'm trying to do or I'm trying to accomplish, you're going to see it happen, and it's going to unfold. Yeah,
right. You still talk to your little
everybody's
friend
going to get.
out in Thailand?
Which one?
Uh, I love that.
Which one?
that's, that's the power of Thailand. Which one?
Which one?
You talk about the girl with the long hair, or you talk about the girl with the short hair? You talk about the
We
tall
talk about
girl. You talk about which one? You talk about number 10 or number 12? I'm talking about 12. I like 12. 12 gets along with one.
Listen, who's ever friends with me to this day, I still talk with them.
I know you do.
Yeah,
Cause you're smooth.
yeah,
Cause
yeah.
you're smooth. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do.
Oh my
That's the
God.
power of Thailand, though. I tell people, man, because it's like, you know what's crazy? Nobody
What's up?
African American, when I came home, one cared that I went to Thailand or even
Mm-hmm.
knew what it was. They just saw a bunch of Chinese people. They just said that that's where I come from. It's like Chinese. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, Thailand. Like, what's Thailand? And then, or they'd be like Taiwan. And I'd be like, no, Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
So our
Mm-hmm.
community really don't know Asia like that. I mean, you starting to see more brothers go out there, and you part of that movement too. You starting to see more
Yeah.
brothers out there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
anywhere nearly enough as you go to the Caribbean or whatever, or these Caribbean cruises and the carnival and all that shit. But
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
it's like the leaders of trying to get people to go to Thailand and say, "Hey, man, this is a better life." Even if you're broke, I've talked to a lot of people that didn't have no money that were living in Thailand. I thought that was amazing. Like, how do you ever? All right, I'm gonna say his name because he's kind of known now, but only in the white YouTube circuit. But his name is Shovel, Big Shovel. He
Say
lives
that
in
again.
a. His name is Big Shovel. He's a he's
I
a
don't
he's
know
a
who.
white guy, white gentleman,
Okay. Okay.
YouTuber, but he hangs
Shovel,
around
big
like
shovel.
two. Was it? What does it say it again?
No, I'm just asking. His name is Shovel,
Johnny.
big shovel.
It's like Johnny Big Shovel. I met him like twice. He's a really good guy. He lives in like a room in a restaurant, and he helps. He sweeps, does a couple things,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they don't charge him rent as long as he's like like the handyman, right? He's a handyman.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
He's got an Instagram channel because I don't think he has a YouTube channel. I think he just does Instagram, and he's dancing with the girls, and he goes live, and they're sending him money. So I'm like, God damn. So a larger YouTuber met him, Roberto versus the world. And every time he goes to Thailand, he hangs out with this guy. He tells people, hey, donate to this guy, rock with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's living in Thailand at the bare minimum. One of the things just amazed me too, because I got a scatterbrain, I got the ADD, whatever. But you walk around, look at people, and be like, some of you people, especially I hate to say it like this, but the white people, but like the white older guys, like you dress terrible, and they got a
Yeah.
gorgeous woman next to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why I'd say that's the
Mm-hmm.
power of Thailand. Like he's got a ripped shirt, stain, big coffee stain in the shirt, smoking his
Mm-hmm.
cigarettes and beer. You've seen it. You've seen it.
Yep.
And it looks
Yeah.
to
As a
be
matter of fact,
amazing.
I believe. I believe. If it's the guy who I think you're talking about. So this guy. I remember seeing a video. Um, what's the guy's name? I think it's Roberta versus the world.
Yeah, he was just in Sasua. I met him a few times. I met him in Thailand twice, and I
Yeah,
met him out here. But this
and
guy that he's always having this video, he lives behind in a room in a restaurant. I'm sure it's a small
yeah,
room.
yeah,
He
yeah,
works
yeah,
there. He gets food there. That's what I'm saying. Like you can live in Thailand at a really low level. Not to say that's what
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
want
yeah,
you to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
I get
yeah,
why you.
yeah,
I said that to myself when you first talked about your struggle. I was like, he's got to get to Thailand. He's got to get out of there.
yeah,
Everything will
yeah,
pick back
yeah.
up once he gets out there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
100%. I was like, he's got to get out of there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
100%. I was
indeed.
like, he got to get out of there. That's
Yeah,
a beautiful place.
you
You
know,
know,
and especially if you have a built-up network, trust me, you can make things happen.
and you do because you met a
Yeah,
lot of
you can
people.
make, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you
I
would
have.
put me on the people. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and you're like I
yeah,
said, you're a great dude. So I'm pretty sure,
thank you,
like that person said in the comments, I'm pretty sure those dudes reached out when you were talking about it before.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So it's just a
Mhm,
matter of
mhm.
time. It's just a matter of you just saying, okay, got to get the hell up out of here, please.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So anybody watching, buy this man a coffee, $50 today. Buy this man a coffee.
Yes, yes, yes,
Buy
yes,
this man a coffee, $50. You
yes.
got it. You're sitting there. Oh, you guys you guys watching the replay.
Yes.
$50.
Come on.
We need about 400 people to send $50.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Come
Get
on.
them,
Come on.
get them right back to Tyler. Like it's a great dude. And we got
Thank you.
listen.
Thank you.
Say you're some raging alcoholic. That doesn't steal away from if you're a great dude or not. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, oh, why should I donate to you? You're an alcoholic. That doesn't mean I know some great crackheads that were some good people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they always and that video you did. The only thing I didn't like about that video you did about the comments, you let them see that it affected you. Like when you blow it off, I'm pretty sure our day-to-day lives where somebody cut you in line or someone said said me, you're fat.
Right.
I'm not gonna do a video about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
that comes with the game.
I'll tell you something. Right. No. But I did preference that. Right.
Right.
But what I was referring to in that one video is when the trolling, is taken way too far. And, I was just saying, listen, I don't have to put up with that because, I don't need that type of energy on my channel. And just because, you guys might be thinking that you do that on other people's channel and they
Right.
put up with it, that's them. That's not me.
Right.
I give you a good example. It's like with Chocolate Man. He's got zero tolerance for certain people, zero. But that's just how he deals with it, and
Right.
he has a reason for why he does it that way because his thinking is, look, this is the kind of brand that I'm trying to keep. And in order for me to keep that, I got to keep certain shit away.
Right.
And,
Well, listen, you're
and
new
so
to it.
that's,
Let me cut you off. I'm sorry.
go on.
You just started going live on a regular basis, and when you did the homeless video and all the other videos, it's like I said, you got it very good, my friend. I'll trade you. You want my trolls, and you can take my trolls, and I'll take yours, cause my trolls are gonna be like they're gonna show you pictures of you in the 6th grade. They're gonna tell you your mother's platform
Right,
shoes. I mean, take my
right.
trolls, please. But after a while, you
My
get
thing
used
is
to
this.
it. You get used to it.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. This is how I see it. And this is how I see it. Like, if you're going to troll, right, at least make it worth the while you trolling. If you're not going to make it worth the while, or at least put some sort of monies behind you doing the trolling, you're out of here.
Yeah.
You're not adding any value. You know what I'm saying? You're simply not and that's just how I want to keep my brand, to say, listen, if you're going to add some sort of value, you get to stay. If you don't add no value, you're out.
Right. No, I hear
And
you.
whether or not who thinks that's a bad idea, tough, because I have a brand to look after.
Yeah.
And I have my purpose, right? And my brand and my purpose is not the same as everybody else, right?
I guarantee
And
you, though.
so this is why I say to the trolls that come into the live, respect the host first and foremost. The
You're still
minute you
toughen up.
disrespect the host,
You're very.
and I feel like, okay, I've given you many chances, you're out, done. That's it.
Like I said, you just started going live, so you'll toughen up. Trust me, I wanted to fight everybody. I wanted to fight
No.
everybody.
It's not. No, it's not a matter of me fighting people, and that's why I said it's a matter of what are you bringing to the table.
Because by
understand what
you
I'm
doing
saying?
the things that you're doing, you create more trolls. 100%. When you let them see that it affects you, it spreads. It's crazy. But like I
Right.
said, you just started going live and you're telling your business. Trust me, in a year, 2 years from now, you're just gonna blow it off. Look at Zoom to Thailand, for Christ's sakes. He's in the streets. He's kicking people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
trolls. It's terrible. Look what he went through.
Right.
So after a while, you just
Yeah, but
toughen
I
up.
will tell you this. Yeah, but even Zoom has a limit, and he'll get you. And he's like, nope, you're out. Even he has a limit.
Right. No, I hear you. But like I said, I guarantee you, 2 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be like, get out of here. That's how I'm telling you. I used to try to. I wanted to fight everybody, man, and now I'm just like, get out of here.
No, I'm not
Whatever.
trying to fight nobody. No, I'm
No,
not
no,
trying to
you know
fight
what I'm
nobody.
saying, though.
No, no.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm
Um,
saying is that
right,
me per se as a person, that's the way I was
right.
treating it.
Right. But my point is,
You just gonna take
you
their
know,
woman. You're
I'm,
not gonna fight them. You're
I'm,
gonna
a,
take their woman.
I'm just protecting my brand. End of story.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Um,
The Mikey
right.
story.
I'm just protecting my brand, um, and and just like you have your limits, I got my limits. And rather than me try to go at it, I just let you know from up front. Look, here's my limits. You push the limits, I'm not going to talk about it. I get you out of here. Simple.
Get them out of here. But they can always create new accounts. They never go away. You're
Guess what?
blessed. Like I said, your
Guess what?
trolls, you're blessed.
Guess what? You want to create new accounts? The rules don't change. The rules
No,
don't
I hear you.
change. That's it.
I hear you. But
My
like I said,
brand
it
will
gets,
be
trust me, it
protected.
gets better, dog. Trust me,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
It
yeah,
gets
yeah.
better. It
Yeah.
gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
sure the person that's been critiquing you is just somebody, because they envious, you know what I'm saying? Too.
hey man, you want to be envious? Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But again, I have a limit. You cross that limit, bye. No talking.
Out of here. I hear you.
And
I
guess
agree.
what? You're no different. You're no different where, when you had trolls, they crossed the line. You know what? No talking. You're out of here.
Out of here. Like I said, man, in 2
Same,
years,
same with everybody. Same with everybody. They cross the line, boop, you're out of here. No talking.
because when you were doing the cheese sandwich video, you didn't have no trolls then.
No, no.
So it only, like I said, we'll talk more behind the scenes about this whole thing, but
I know. But
it's definitely. One thing I can say though is like people want to see more of you, because there's two sides of me. There's the
right,
common, with YouTube brothers or whatever, travel brothers, YouTube black travel brothers,
right.
and then there's the person in me that's like I'm watching your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm watching you talk about, hey, this happened, that happened, I'm interested. So that's why I'm saying to myself, I'm telling you as a person watching, like I would like to see more.
Yeah.
Not so per se the hostile, but just go buy a stick of bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like
Yep,
just keep it coming, man, because it's not gonna matter to me. It's like, what's the difference if I put up 100 videos in one day? It's not gonna matter because it's still kind of low, but maybe that one view or that one video will take off, or maybe just because I got a bunch of videos. Like I look at my videos from like 3 years ago, and I'm just like, damn, I forgot that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if I did 2, 3 a day, like I'm way different of a YouTuber now than I was, say, 2, 3 years ago. You know what I'm trying to say? So that traction Like I don't look at those
Yeah,
videos
see,
like, oh man, why did I do that? And I got videos why I
see,
believe it or not, I don't know if you knew this, but I lost the channel before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was at I was
Oh,
almost at
wow,
3,000. That woo, talk about
wow,
getting
wow.
getting a knife in the back. That shit was terrible.
Mm. Hold
And
on
you
one
know what I
second.
did?
So this guy, yeah,
Go
hold on one
ahead.
second. This guy, Aaron activated. Salute to you, by the way. He says, I like the content. I'd also like to see more show than tell. So, Aaron, what is it that you would like to see more
So
shown
you know what you're doing?
than tell?
Let me tell you something, Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You're the creator of Good Times. That Norman Reed dude, he didn't walk around the projects asking people, what do you think we should do? That's up for you to
Right.
do. That
Right.
you know what I mean? Like you can't create.
Right.
That's like the Beatles or whatever going around saying, should we do Rubber Band or should we talk about girls more? Like that's up to you. You're the creator. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
stop
Yeah. Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
people like what to do. Like I'm gonna sit here,
No. No.
I'm
No.
gonna
I
eat a
mean,
cantaloupe.
I asked. Right. No. No.
No,
But
no.
I
What I'm saying
asked
is I'm
because
a
it gives me ideas.
no, but you should have your own ideas to be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here, eat a
Yeah. Yeah. No.
cantaloupe
I still have it.
and
Right.
you guys are gonna watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you because you're the creator. Like I said, you know, the Thriller. Like you think Michael Jackson was asking people like, do you think I should do a scary song? Or do you think I should do human nature? Like talk about the people? Like,
Mm-hmm.
no. Like he
Mm-hmm.
put it together, like, you know, and believe
Yeah.
it or
Yeah. Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
I like my boy who has no interest in YouTube, no nothing. We just talk about we're like sports guys. And he'll just say things about my channel. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like you're talking to me, but we're not even really talking about YouTube, but you're just saying, why don't you do this? I'm like, God damn it, he's right.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you ask people like, what do you think I should do? You should just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just show something. And like you said, you had a terrible performance in your eyes when you were drumming on stage and throwing
Mm-hmm.
blowing kisses at the girls in the front row. And you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
You do it, you
But
know.
that's why but that's why I also said is even though to me at that moment I didn't feel my best, but to them that was the greatest thing.
You thought you had a horrible performance, and everybody thought you were great.
Right.
As long as they thought so, they're the consumer. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would stop worrying
Yeah.
about what people think you should do and just if you sitting in the stoop, like no, all right, nobody in that room you're in right now wants to be recorded, right? So if you're even outside on the stoop, you know, put something up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Don't ask them,
Mm-hmm.
hey, should I do this or should I do that? You know, do it. You know what I'm saying? And just see where it goes. If it says 26,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
great. If it's got two, hey, you on to the next one.
So let me answer Aaron.
Yeah, answer
Aaron
Aaron.
says, uh, anything you're doing, you talk about it. You have to show places, things you're doing, etc. When you talk about it, then it becomes a little hard to follow without examples. Aaron, if you watch enough of my videos, exactly what you're alluding to, you would see that. But I think you need to look at enough of my videos to see that. Yeah, I do that anyways. Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, hit the man's Aaron, $50 today, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aaron,
Thank
50
you.
bucks, buddy. Come on, buddy. 50 bucks, buddy. Come
Yeah,
on, let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Get me the heck out of
Aaron,
here.
Aaron, Aaron, 50 bucks today, buddy. We'll answer all the questions you want, man. We'll sit here and read Bible Psalms to you. Greetings, everyone. Today, welcome to Mikey's Story Sermon. Today, please now turn to Psalm 38, and we can look at that. Send the man $50, brother. Don't do that. Send the $50, man. $50, $50, $50. You know, but like I said, man, you know, just just keep rocking, man. Just keep rocking. I mean, it can't. Look at it this way. It can't get any worse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the machine.
Yeah.
You got the machine. Like I said, that was very dope what you said, because I forgot about that. I always remember the fact that 80% of the people that have YouTube channels haven't gotten over 1,000. And then you said within a year they quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is just dope. Like that is just, and you still at it. Like I said, when you were in Thailand, I was watching all of that. You're in the ring and you're in planes and your woman and all that. And it's like keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like I'm looking at it like, okay, what can I do? So I'm not the guy per se where I'm gonna be like filming like in a grocery store or you know what I mean? Just gotta keep going.
Sean. Yeah, so Sean is asking, can you interview tie dyeing pieces all day, every day?
She's smooth ass. Listen to him. Listen, that ain't nothing to get the woman. That ain't nothing to get the woman. I can get the woman. Yeah. I can get the woman. What you trying to say, Sean? What you mean? I can't get the woman? I can get the woman. What you talking about me? I can't get the woman? I'm gonna get the woman. Hey, Sean, send $50, man. Sean, $50, man. Let's go,
I need to
buddy.
get out of here, man. Come on.
Sean, let's get the money, man.
Help me get out of here, man. Come on.
Sean, send the money, man.
The link is pinned at the top. Buy me a couple of coffees, man. Come on.
I'll tell you what, he'll interview her if you send the plane money tonight. You send the plane money tonight, next day he gonna have the women's for you.
There you go.
Because Mikey get the women's. You can believe that shit. Mikey get the women's. Mikey get them all smooth and nice. God knows how many women you done took down by pulling a chair out. Like, here you go, my dear. And then she's screaming, Mike, Mike.
Oh God. Oh my God.
You know when they start running? You know that when they start running, like, where you going?
Yes. Yeah.
No. Hey, girl. Oh, and I love that. You said which one? That should be like engraved, like it should be like documented on your channel, like yeah, you still speak to that girl? And Mike said, which one? Which one? That is great. That's the best thing about traveling, Sean and Aaron. Send the $50, brother.
Hey, TMI.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a T-shirt for you. Just so that you could have some merch. It'll say which one.
Which one?
I'm gonna make a T-shirt for you. All right.
Which one?
Which one?
Right. Which one?
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna make a T-shirt for you. All right. And
that's great, man.
One?
That's a great option to even have. I was telling somebody this. I was like, when I went to Thailand, I was thrown off. I'm looking at these people, and I'm like the first week and a half. I told you this story before. I'm looking at these people, and I'm kind of like, I'm just thrown off. I'm just like, what's going on out here? It smells different. People don't talk about Thailand smell like that. They when you first get there, you're like, what's that smell? It's just weird. Yeah. But once you get acclimated and all that, but they don't. I'm fat, right? They don't really particularly appreciate chubbier men with more density. Listen, not a lot, but once I got acclimated and they got used to my personality, it was like catching fish with a nuclear weapon. It was great.
Yes.
And it's just like no one knows more than you because you're smooth, but you know what I mean? Smooth Mikey Stories. That should be the name of your second channel, Smooth Mike. Yeah. Right. I
Oh my
love it. Like when
God.
in the future when you're telling like the whole story of your situation, I know how it's gonna start out. It's like, well, I was eating in a restaurant, reading a book, and there was an interesting lady next to me. Like, yep, I knew it. I knew
Right.
it. He took somebody's woman. I knew it.
Oh God,
I
man.
knew it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
hey, hit the buy me a coffee. Let me ask you a quick question. What is
What's
actually
up?
buy me a coffee? Is it like through a
Okay.
Visa card? I always heard of it, but I never like knew exactly what it was.
Okay. So buy me a coffee is like another version of it's like another version of, how can I put it? Like Patreon. But the only difference is with buy me a coffee, it sort of works like with PayPal where people can donate,
Okay.
and with buy me a coffee, you can put uh, um, uh, a beginning amount saying, look, it'll cost you $1 just to buy me the coffee, $2, $5, whatever the amount is, whatever your starting amount is. It could be even saying, buy me a pizza, buy me whatever. You know what I mean?
So
Whatever the
if I was
starting
to,
amount is,
because I meant to ask you because I was
right?
like, I wanted to buy you a coffee, but I didn't know the
Yeah.
process of like, how do I buy? Do I have to have a program say buy the coffee, or because a lot of
No,
people
no, no.
are,
You just click the link. It's like PayPal or it's like Patreon. Yeah.
and they
You
take the
just
money.
click the link.
You put in your credit card number, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, okay,
And
okay,
then you put the
okay.
amount. Like for example, all right, give example. Like if you go to buy me a coffee. Matter of fact, all right, let me do it this way. Let me share. Let me share it on my screen so I can give you a better idea. Okay. Let me share it on my screen. Let me do it this way. Okay. Hold on. Ah, here we go. Right. All right. This way. Yeah, let's do it this way. One more second. Let's go here. Yep. Right. All right. So, right now, as you can see, this is the front page, right?
Right.
So you notice there is a beginning amount, when you go on there, okay? So if you want to buy one coffee, it'll say £2, right? And
Hmm.
if you want to buy three, you can click that. If you want to buy five, you can click that. If you want to buy loads of coffees, you put the number and then it shows you, the amount that you're going to be paying for that coffee,
Right.
right? So that's pretty much how it works. But
I'm assuming you don't
also,
have Cash App.
no, because in UK, they
Yeah, they don't
stopped it.
have it. Yeah.
No, in UK they stopped it. So yeah, but also on the buy me a coffee page, right? Um, as you can, for example, if you want to support me regularly, you can do that.
Right.
So if you look on this option where it says make it monthly, you can do that.
Oh
You know,
wow,
you can
that's
support.
dope.
Yeah, yeah. And then like if so, for example, let's say or on this side of it, right? If I want to put posts, I can put posts, you know, where I'm showing different things, yada yada yada. On the gallery side of it, if I want to add images, I can add images. Um, if I want to put posts that are private, and you got to pay to see uh, that post, I can put that on there. You know,
Right,
so that's pretty much how that one works. Yeah. So it's sort of like I said, like it's sort of
like a
like
picture.
like a PayPal slash Patreon.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
that's how that one works.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
That's how that.
Okay. Yeah, because I really was really
Which
naive to it. I didn't know or
yeah
how to do it.
yeah
I didn't know.
yeah
I didn't
yeah
know.
yeah. So but to answer your question, Sean, yeah. That I can do that. Once I'm out there, I can do that. That's yeah, I can do it. Aaron is saying sort of like OnlyFans. Yes and no. Um, um, the only difference with OnlyFans is that obviously with OnlyFans, it's not like they have something where uh, you can just donate as though you just want to donate. Not necessarily. The way to donate on OnlyFans is, you know, you have to pay for the subscription to open up everything. And then once you get into specifics, then you have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't subscribed, you get nothing. That's the only difference with it. Whereas with here, you can donate just like if you were going to a PayPal. And if you want to see something specific that I'm saying, okay, well, if you pay this amount to see that specific thing, you can see it.
Right. Right.
But you don't have to subscribe or anything. No.
Right. If you got a friend too, like if you got like a friend that you really, really, really trust that has Cash App that you know that would send you the money,
Right.
especially you got a lot of American clients or a
Right.
lot of subscribers. You could
Yeah.
do it that way too. Like send it to my boys
Yeah.
Cash App at
Yeah. Yeah.
29982, and then they
Yeah.
coffee you the
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's loads of ways. So that's why I send
Yeah,
these two options because they seem to be the most easiest. Yeah.
yeah. Because a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot
So
of people used to tell me that they
yeah.
they would have sent me more money if I had Zelle or if I had this or
Mhm.
you know what I'm trying to say. So in
Yeah.
your
Yeah. Yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
you got to come up with every form,
Yeah.
to get the money. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times, like, what the hell is this buy me a coffee?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
So
really
that's
that
why, right? So that's why there's the two
PayPal.
options of you can either do PayPal, which most people know about PayPal, or you can do the buy me a coffee. And the
Right,
buy me a coffee, it's pretty much like as though if you were buying a coffee, same price,
right.
you know. But the buy me a coffee just makes it simpler in the sense that, um, for example, if you're saying, well, I can only give you $1, well, there it is,
Yeah.
no problem.
I'm sure every little
Um,
bit helps.
right. So, but even though with PayPal, you can still put the same dollar. Um, but I think sometimes with PayPal, people assume you got to put a little bit more. But that's not the case. You put whatever you want to put.
Right, 100%.
But yeah, but in any event, I'm gonna get going.
Okay, brother. I know there's some woman waiting. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know some woman waiting. I know she waiting. Outside blowing the horn. Uh-huh. Hey, but before we go, let's get one buy me a coffee. Come on, guys. How many people are watching?
So far, what, 4?
Okay, come on, guys. Let's get one buy me a
Yeah.
coffee. Sean or Aaron.
Yes.
Come on, before the guy
Yes.
goes.
Yes. Yes.
Aaron, come on, one
Yes.
buy me a coffee, man. Aaron, come on, for Christ's sakes.
It only costs you $1. That's it. Just
Come
one
on, man.
dollar.
Come
Yeah,
on,
just
at least one.
$1.
Does
Yeah.
your phone go off when you get a buy me a coffee?
Yes, it does. Yeah. I get the alerts. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, I get the alerts. Yeah.
One, come on, what's his face? Come on, Aaron.
Or Sean or anybody.
Yeah, come on, guys. Or anybody that watches
Yeah.
this playback, please, because it's a good cause. And
Yes.
like I
Yes.
said, if you get
Yes.
him there tomorrow,
And
he's gonna throw
yeah.
he
And
gonna
by
throw
the
all his
way,
women in.
right. And by the way, speaking of buy me a coffee, I'm gonna help set up one for you if you'd like. But we could talk about that on the back end. Okay.
Definitely, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes.
It's
So at
like I
least you
said,
have,
man.
a couple of options.
If you go live tomorrow, jump on again, bro. You know.
You know. But in any event, like I said, I'm gonna get off.
Okay,
But in any event, I would just like to thank each and everybody for watching my stream for today. I would like to thank everybody for your time. I would like to thank everybody who donated. I would like to thank everyone for your prayers. I'd like to thank everyone for your thoughts, good, bad, and indifferent. All right. And on that note, all I could say here is the journey and the story continues. All right. So, on that note, peace and blessings. Take care of yourselves. One love.